question. Do women drink Guinness?
No. I know women that do, but...
What is that?
What's wrong with Guinness?
Nothing.
That's not why she's asking you that.
Because George was like, why did
she was like, I'll drink a Guinness. Who's that? What female just says that out of nowhere?
I actually ordered
They
Guinness.
were all drinking Guinness.
All right, yes, you were in Irish.
It was on the table.
They were dropping. That was in Georgetown. They were dropping Irish car bombs or something.
That's what it was, and I refused to drink that because I don't like Baileys. And I was like, I'll drink the Guinness.
Well, actually, I did buy it, but I didn't buy it for her. I bought it because Bobby was like, order one. All right,
Irish car bombs are great.
All right,
I mean,
I don't even drink very
a
often.
few of them, but that was in my younger days. Now I drink Hypnotic and Long Island iced teas.
Yes, you reverse your
I drink
history.
Sex on the Beach.
In 2 years, you'll be drinking whiskey neat.
I do. On the rocks, man, I be putting stuff, shaking, not stirred.
Jameson, some JMO.
Man, now y'all
Women
got
drink
me.
that. Jameson and Guinness. Women should drink that. That's not bad to drink.
Why?
She out here doing Boilermakers with Guinness and Jameson.
Hey, you must be
Those are my drinks.
a pirate. A buccaneer.
Arr.
You drinking some rough stuff, huh?
It's not rough.
What are we talking about today?
Anna gets after it, fam.
What are you talking about? There's literally this the longest topic list in history of
For real.
this show.
I don't want to talk about some of this stuff.
Look, I don't even
wanna
think that
comment
the
on some
topic
stuff.
list is long. It's just
What don't you want to comment
there's just a
on?
lot to
There's
talk
three
about.
main things. Kaepernick.
Some stuff I just have like one thing
shoe,
to say. Adidas.
The fact that it's affecting Arizona.
Jodeci. No, I'm joking. Somebody said
The Adidas, Twitter.
I mean, that's an argument that's fine to me.
whatever.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know what that was.
I had to look it up. The
Listen,
Arsenal shirt.
when we
Arsenal
had
shirt?
middle school and people were doing talent shows, guess what? They were not dressing up as boys to men. All right, they were doing Jodeci.
First of all, everybody dressed like Jodeci every single day at school. They didn't have to act like we all wore backwards hats, sunglasses, and baggy clothes.
Your era's after
Jodeci.
my era, so nobody was even know who Jodeci was when Cats was doing it.
George, your era people was dressing up like Jersey boys.
Yeah,
Talking about.
and they carried their school books with a belt.
watch it.
They carried their school belts with them.
Yes, a newsboy. Yes, you and Simple.
Newsies.
Y'all three
Bag.
swear that's the funniest joke anyone's ever told.
Jodeci. All right, Casey.
Find our list here.
I used to hate when what's his name wore his hat like that. It used to be like super tight, and he'd be like this. And they had strong necks too. Jodeci had the strongest necks of all time. Pause.
KC is the skinniest human on the planet.
He had the strongest neck. He had a neck like linebacker. That's a 100%. The littlest head with the biggest hat
I don't
on top
think
of
you
it and
ever
the
seen
strongest
him
neck.
before, though.
Facts. I watched the video today for my lady.
Simple
just to check.
better go to undefeated.com. Moccasins on sale 102.
What moccasins?
Fear God mods?
God, great mocks.
Still there.
102 on sale. I'm dead serious.
They still got those. Those suck.
They do suck. That's why they're on sale.
And I bought 2 pairs. Black and bone.
Nope.
Bone. All right. What are we talking about again? You said Arizona hates Kaepernick?
Episode.
To 163.
Say nothing
together,
about
fam.
Arizona hating Kaepernick.
Are we starting this? Y'all ready?
Well,
Our,
All right.
Well?
You gotta talk on the microphone too, just to give you a heads up. So just can't be like this.
Hi.
Here, just pull it like if you're gonna sit that far back. Just
Yeah.
make
That's a
sure
little
the
too
microphone's
close.
up.
or project.
Yeah, but I gotta hear you.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody chords in. George, you good? Yo.
I have no
yo,
idea.
yo.
Yo,
Oh,
yo,
I
yo,
have
yo,
headphones
yo,
on.
yo, yo.
Yo, 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 yo. All right, that sounds good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Ready? You recording, George?
Sure.
Yo, Think This Podcast, episode 163. Raise the roof.
Get lit, fam.
You gotta get lit. You gotta get in podcast mode.
Ready.
We got Ricco back in the building. We got
Yes, sir.
Anna back in the building, the producer, the official producer for the month of
Producer
July
Anna.
through August.
I don't know. We'll see.
Dang, you about to leave early? I told you wouldn't like Arizona. Nah. Arizona's
It must
a
be
weird
that
state,
girl
bro.
she met.
Arizona is weird.
What?
Huh?
You met a who? You
What?
met a what?
A friend. Why are you making it seem
Damn.
like it's
What
something
did I say? I
else?
said it must be that girl you hanging out with. Is that not
You
what
got
I
a
said?
friend already out here?
Hannah hung out with us.
Yeah, she told me that.
Yeah.
Dang. Who is this girl? What's her name?
I don't really want to talk about her right now.
And I met a girl and ready to go home.
Why, she don't like her?
Ready to leave. I have no idea. I don't know
but
about it. I'm just trying to be funny.
Now it's awkward.
I'm curious. Huh? I feel like we talking super loud. We got Anna in the building, producer Ricco back in the building.
You made it awkward.
I figured we was doing top 10. Since we said last week we was doing top 10 comedies from television / streaming services.
Yes.
To us.
I don't think I have one streaming service show on my list. That's okay.
What?
Yeah, I don't think
I
so.
don't know what you got. And since Rico is an actor, he's our resident actor. I figured that he would have some good choices, all right, to combat George's list. All right, I'm sure George thinks his list is the ultimate list of all time. Bosch, I love Bosch, but you said Bosch like I thought you were about to say like some wildly great. You said that's the best show on TV.
One of the best shows on
You
television.
said the best show on television.
Go back and listen to it.
I did, just so I can make that point. I said, I'm going to make sure I'm right on this.
I said one of the best shows.
Anyways, anything new? Everybody great? Weekend's good?
Wonderful.
Yep.
Family trip was great. Came out from California. Loved it. Went to Legoland. Legoland is weird. All right. I ain't never been there before. Have y'all been to Legoland
I've
before?
never ever been there.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. It's all right. I mean, it's like the state fair. Though. That's how Legoland is. Like, I'm talking cobwebs, dusty, Legos was faded. My son enjoyed it. He loved it because we just literally walked on the ride, walked off, walked on another. Like,
it's for younger kids.
Yeah, it is. But like, man, but I'm like, they ain't got no like power washer or nothing. They could have shot some webs off. They could have painted the bricks. I'm like, yo, these Legos are super old, man. But it was cool. You know, family good, wife, you know, she's still with me, you know.
There it is.
So, you know, anybody looking for an update, we all right, you know, a little weird still, but we all right, you know. Trip was cool, you know. So I got, I got nothing else. That's it.
Right.
Huh? I mean,
Great story.
I mean, what you want me to say? That's it, you know. She's still a little bothered, but, you know. That's what it is, man. I can't fix
The worst
it.
opening 10 minutes in
I got nothing,
history.
you know. Look, man, I'm just trying to provide some content. No, it's free.
We should get an update from her.
Nah. Actually, you know what? I should call her right now. No.
You don't realize. I know your reaction is better than anybody. It definitely got worse. You
I
must
don't
have
think
copped
it got
something.
worse. I'm about to call her right now. I don't think it got worse.
You must have copped something up.
Nah, yo, relax, B. Let's see if she answers the phone. She's probably super busy. She is one of the top realtors in the state of Arizona. I haven't called her all day, so
Yep, it's worse.
she'll call back if she needs to, if she wants. Dang, unless she's ignoring me, it might be even worse than I thought. Well, all right. Well,
I love you, Rosario.
you're right. It's my heart and my soul, you jerk.
Apparently, your heart, your soul made a turn for the worse this weekend.
No, it was fine, you know. I mean, it was cool. What do you want
I'm
me to say?
confident in that statement.
I'm 100% confident.
Congratulations to the United States women's soccer team for making the final. Yeah! Gotta get a hype in here after your sad story that you just
What's
said.
that? Who they beat? England? That was good.
France.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah. Oh,
I thought they were going to lose to France, to be honest with you. I thought France
And a
was
lot of
gonna-
people thought that because they're playing at home.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, but France is a pretty good team. Like
They are the second best team in the world, plus they're playing at home, so it makes sense why people thought that.
Well, hopefully they win. I like following them on Twitter and stuff. They seem to get lit,
Yeah, they out here.
All right. I mean, you're the only one on Twitter talking crazy.
It's the only one.
You be talking
They got like the
crazy.
most impressions on Twitter in the last 2 weeks, but I'm the
All of
only
them
one. Yes.
All of them, train of thought. George Martin, follow him. So what we talking about first? We talking about
Pickup?
Betsy Johnson. What's her name? We talking about
Missy Ross?
Are we just not?
Yeah,
We're not gonna go by
Oh,
the list.
all right.
Come on.
what-
we here a little early than
Who
usual.
are you?
I got pickups in studio.
Oh, shite. All right. Any pickups? I got none. We bought a new fish because my daughter had got one
Yeah,
for her
you
birthday
got
last
one
week,
and then
and
you
it
got
died
another
the
one.
next morning, so we had to
What
buy
kind
another
of
one.
fish?
Was it goldfish?
Like goldfish?
Nah, my brother-in-law bought my daughter a fish for her birthday, but it was one of those fish that need like a filter tank and a fluorescent light, and he didn't know that. So that day we got the fish, we was like, oh, she a little weird. Like, she was like vibrating crazy. I thought she was trying to get out the tank. And I was like, yo, I think she don't realize that she on a bowl.
That's
she
what happens
was
when
like,
you cut off the
"Cuz,
street corner instead of at the fish store.
It was, I got from the pet store, and she was going like this, and
He was
then woke up in
selling
the
fish on
morning,
the corner.
and Cortez came in the
I
morning.
don't know.
Mexico.
Walmart might sell fish these days.
Walmart does sell fish.
Walmart does
There
sell.
you go.
Yeah.
And we came in
Half of them dead every
Cortez
day.
came in the room.
Them
And was
cats who
like,
work there don't know nothing about fluorescent lights and
they didn't tell him.
whatever filters.
So Cortez came in the room and said, "Oh, Daddy, the fish is looking up." Man, I'm like looking up, like he's happy or like looking up. I thought like the day's looking up, and like went in there, and the fish was looking up, and we went, "Oh man." We didn't say nothing at first, but then we explained to him that he died. Hold on, that's the wife calling. Rocio, you're on the Sneak This podcast. How are you doing?
Lovely. How are you?
Good. We have Anna, we have Rico in the studio as well. Everything good?
What did Greg do to you to make
guys
you
are
more
starting
angry?
early?
Yeah, we started a little early today. George actually got out of work early and came downstairs a lot faster than usual.
Yes.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I just got off the phone with the setting up for volunteering on Sunday, so you will need to cover for me because I will be volunteering at the Refuge Center on Sunday at 10.
Okay.
And so anybody listening, make a difference in your community, contribute however you can, monetary or by volunteering and helping our communities.
Okay. So,
What's up?
just an update. People want to know, is everything okay? Are you feeling better? I don't know how to ask this question.
Silence says it all.
I mean, what do you want to say?
I don't know. I guess I shouldn't have called and asked that.
Well, I mean, we're fine. We're always going to be fine. We've been together forever, and that's never going to change. Do we have things to work on? We do. Do I think that this is something that we'll continue to work on? I mean, I don't think does anybody have any idea how much money you spend on shoes?
Okay.
I think that if people knew how much money we were talking about, George, do you know how much Greg spends a year on shoes?
Yep.
No,
How
you
much?
don't.
I'm not gonna say it out loud, but I know.
I mean, if you want to say a Rocio, you can.
So I take care of the finances. Last year, Gregory spent about $10,000 on shoes. In the past 6 months, he spent $4,500 on shoes. So, I mean, we're talking about a year and a half. This is a vehicle.
Okay.
This is why people think like, oh, it's just shoes, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, this is something that, is not healthy in my opinion. And considering we have a household to run, a mortgage to pay, and bigger goals than shoes, I think it's something that we will have to continue to work on and take care of. But it's not something that I can co-sign and just approve and be like, that's okay, love. You don't drink, you don't gamble, you don't curse. You are an amazing husband. Go ahead and spend,
phenomenal.
$10,000 on shoes a year. Like, no.
Okay. I mean, I think we're done with this phone call. So.
I want to keep this one out.
Why?
Okay.
I don't hide nothing. Actually, I do.
We don't have to. I think that this is. Here's the thing. I feel that this is, people. The one thing is, we have a great relationship. The part
Phenomenal.
where I was very disappointed with is with the fact that you were dishonest with me, and that was the part that was a little bit more hurtful. Was just the fact that you would be dishonest. If you were like, I spent $1,000, or if you spend $1,000 on shoes and I saw it, it'd be like, I mean, yeah, it was just another regular day for Greg, but it's not like I would be like, what the, like I wouldn't be happy, but it's not like you don't have to ask me for permission for anything. Like, that's a given. I don't run, but what I'm saying is just the dishonesty, and that was the most hurtful. Are we going to be fine? Yeah, of course. But moving forward, is this something that we need to work on? No. Is this something that you need to really focus and work on in reducing how much you're spending on shoes? Absolutely.
I know this. I don't like sneakers. I just can't stop. But they make me so happy.
And so, since you just called, and I literally just got off the phone with this asylum organization, I would say I would much rather we help give and help other people and be more consistent with that. And then I find that giving in that sense is so much more important than buying an extra pair of shoes. And that's where I think we kind of have a little bit of a disconnect, is that you don't see the value on your actual dollar. You just focus on the material stuff. And
whoa. Okay.
What?
I don't focus on the material stuff, okay? Like, I like sneakers, but I am one to help out and offer help anywhere I can.
You don't like sneakers. You're obsessed with sneakers. And I've known that about you since day one. But now we're adults with, 3 kids. And
Okay, wait. For the record, nobody's suffering. Our bills get paid. We're good. Like, I don't want it to sound like I'm taking away from the house and, like, we're like, they're knocking on the door to take our home because I buy sneakers. Like, let's be clear on that.
No, absolutely. We're
Absolutely
financially
not.
sound.
We're great.
And okay, well, great. And when you're,
Okay.
What I'm saying is, obviously, from that $10,000 a year that you're spending on shoes, we could be $5,000 could be going towards helping organizations, and $3,000 of that could be going towards an extra vacation. Yet instead, $10,000.
Wait, that was $8,000.
But you gotta look fresh in the streets.
It was shoes.
Wait, where'd the 2,000s go? What the 2,000s?
Shoes.
2,000?
Your accounting is awful.
No.
It's 10,000.
I know you said 5 for this, 3 for this. I said, where's the other 2 at?
Oh, your shoes. You can spend. I mean, I don't care if you spend $2,000, $3,000 in shoes a year, but spending $10,000, it's just outrageous.
All right. Well, we appreciate this update. This is Rocio.
Robinson with Realty One Group. But by the way, tell your listeners that I'm not interested in getting random text messages. So whoever did that,
Okay. I wasn't going to bring that up, Rocio.
Now you got to tell the story, fam.
I'm not telling that up. Nah, because there's some haters out there.
I mean, that's not cool. I mean, not that I would ever believe a random text message, but I mean, obviously.
All right. Kids okay?
No?
I'll talk about it. Maybe.
What time are you going to get home?
I don't know when we're done.
All right.
All right. All right. Love you too. Bye. All right.
Shout out to Rocio, the ultimate humanitarian.
You want to talk about an update? Good Lord. I was looking for a yes or a no. I wasn't looking for all that. Goodness, embarrassment for my friends. No, I'm joking. I don't get embarrassed. All right. What's up? Drain, B. Nah, my wife was referring to a text message she got, which I'm pretty sure I know where it came from. But basically, somebody like sent her a message like, "Oh my God, he said he didn't tell me he was married," like basically like trying to imply, like, like tell him it's over
like
type thing.
Around.
Yeah, and then she was like, "Yeah," I was like, "So that's not funny," and then like. Who's not married? And like, he told me his name was Greg, but like they try to like make her think that I'm cheating because and I was like, that's why I don't mess around.
Not cool.
That's not cool though. But it is what it is, man. People out there, it is what it is. You get haters. So you want to talk about pickups or anything?
Pickups.
Anything? Since Ricco brought a pickup in studio.
I did bring a pickup in studio. New Balance Sample Lab. So N did the raffle, and you get one of 3 New Balance 1500s.
And you haven't looked at this yet.
I have not looked at this yet. This is what's happening. Okay. Made in England. Happy Independence Day. I bought shoes from England for Independence Day. They come in this little nifty bag here.
Oh, holy cow.
Yeah, it's insane. It's intense. All right, let's see what I got. And you can put the 3 options on the screen like a roulette.
Look, man. Let me see these. Oh, okay. I've seen these ones. I didn't know
the brown and the burgundy.
I didn't know this was like a 3-option thing.
Yeah, I'm past that one.
What these hit for? Like 300?
No, like 2.
Golly. These are nice.
Fire.
You can smell it.
Gotta smell them.
Dang. Look at that plush. I see some factory defects, but these are nice.
But that's all right. I'm going to wear them.
Leather. Of course, man. 1,500.
Flawless. I'm a huge New Balance head, and I do not. This is my first pair of 1,500.
Oh, really? I love 1,500. 1,500 Englands are always dope.
Seated by end.
Dang.
Yeah, for the first time ever, out of like a billion raffles.
Blue on the back.
There's some on this pair too.
Threw it in our face.
Came through.
Podcast.
Those are nice.
I also copped my 4th pair of Saucony. Make a little correction there.
Man, he did that just to throw it in your face. Just
Shadow
like Seal, no?
Shadow 6000 OG.
They got something in common.
And I copped Nike SB Dunk Low Barf.
What is that?
You remember that one? It's fire.
Is that a classic one?
Barf. Silver box era.
Dang.
Yes,
fire. I can't think what color is it. What color is it?
It's like a blue.
Oh, it's like a brown and blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot those were called bars.
Fire.
That was cool. They look like ribs, though. Like barbecue ribs right there.
Right. You think everything looks like barbecue ribs.
They look like barbecue ribs with water on it. Anybody else cop anything?
Nope.
Nothing?
I'm here in Arizona.
I mean,
I don't even know.
You know, we got stores out here. You were just at the mall.
I didn't buy anything.
Oh. Are you talking to the microphone? What'd you call, George?
I think the only thing I bought was I got early access to those Spider-Man, whatever.
Oh, the Dons?
Yeah.
Spider
Mitchell Man. And I got a 12.5, so hopefully I'll be able to flip it. We'll see.
Oh, I thought you were going to keep them to wear. What? What's wrong with that? They look wearable.
Yeah, I'm sure they do look wearable, but it's not for me.
Oh, I thought maybe you was looking for something to wear or something. Oh, they going for anything?
I don't know. 12.5 is rare, so.
Oh,
yeah.
I had access to it too, but I didn't. The only size I saw left was like.
I clicked on it like right when
Oh yeah, it was like super sparse.
But I wish I would have known about 30% off because you could have used it on it. So it would have been nice to get those for 70 instead of 100. Oh well.
Oh, they're only $100. Oh dang, that's cheap. So it's about
just return it if they don't flip.
I didn't know that they were supposed to be Spider-Man colors and the Iron Man. I seen like an Iron Man colorway.
Nickname Spider.
Yeah, I know. I don't know the Spider-Man colorways. Like I know what his nickname is, but I didn't know he made like an Iron Man one. I think there's like a Black Panther one maybe or something like that. What? No one just because his nickname is Spider don't mean they're coming out with a Marvel character all the way through. Anyways, what comes out this week? Anything come out this week?
New Balance 997S. Ishrook.
Oh, you talking about the concept ones,
yeah,
right?
the concepts.
Ooh, Dion, where you at?
Yeah.
What what's retail on those?
Probably
It's probably over 200.
Yeah.
Everything's over 200 with New Balance. That new women's Nike model came out or comes out tomorrow. ZoomX Vista Grind.
I don't know what that looks
A lot of
like.
hype about it.
Oh yeah, the weird with the soul.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, since Anna's our resident producer,
I'm not gonna wear those.
you don't like those?
No.
I mean, you got on Wave Runners. I mean, they're like,
Wave runners are better than those.
yeah, of course. I don't think those are that bad, to be honest with you. Like,
I don't think they're bad. I
don't think they're bad
I
either.
wouldn't wear it.
I
But
don't like
think
the
they're
bottom
bad.
part. It looks like
It looks like it belongs on a different
a
shoe.
boat.
it do look like a boat, but I kind of like them. I don't think they're that
It's a
bad.
new Tom Sachs. Tom Nutsack.
All right. What else come out?
Michigan Fives.
I don't think they suck, but
They don't suck, but who's wearing them besides Michigan's actual basketball team? I mean, the
please.
football team.
Everybody
they
can't
play
wait
on
to
turf.
cop those.
All right, you can chill out, man.
People copping. Rico copping.
You can chill out. Whatever a Mars 270 is, those are also coming out.
A Mars 270.
One of the worst shoes. In
Oh
actual
yeah,
history.
that's actual nonsense. His son designed them. Spike Lee's son.
Oh, another Saucony. The Sneaker Politics Beignet Saucony.
I thought that came out last week.
No, I mean
Oh.
I think it was maybe in store last week, but I just got the notification from
This list
Soul
doesn't
Links that
have
some of
those.
them
We
were
know
online.
those S-Rooks or whatever come out on Friday or Saturday.
Sauconys are whack.
This list doesn't have those on here.
Them
That's it, though.
beignets?
Beignets?
Yeah, they're fired. See,
suck.
Hannah
Okay.
knows.
They're all right.
Nah,
The Friends and Family pair is trash. The other one that they sold to people.
Which one's the Friends and Family? Is that the white one?
White one, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that one. The brown one is much.
They just make me want to eat beignets.
Yeah.
I'd rather have real beignet than have them shoes.
Yes,
them
wear them on your
whack.
feet.
Nah, I eat them.
Rocio wouldn't get mad if you had actual beignets on your feet because you get like 3 for $2.
I eat them and dip them in chocolate. I love
Cafe Du
beignets.
Monde. Well, guess what? Cafe. That's what it is.
Yeah, Cafe Du Monde.
No, relax.
You try to order chocolate there, they'd be like this with the white glove, like the Frenchie.
Yes, okay.
Disrespect, you American swine.
I had some churros with chocolate this weekend. It was trash. Chocolate.
Yeah, probably at Legoland.
You right. It was like
$27.
It was like, nah, Legoland different than Disneyland. Like, you could afford it. Like, Cortez kept asking for this sword. So I'm like, man, I ain't trying to buy
toys
no
are normally
sword.
cheap.
Lego
The
sword?
food is what's expensive.
Huh?
A Lego sword?
It was like, it wasn't a leg made out of Legos, but it was just a sword, you know, like a sword. And I thought, like, man, I ain't paying no $29 for that because Disneyland, everything's about 24 and up. Like, that's
Yeah,
fact.
but that's for a toy. Like,
It was
that's not
$12. So I was like, okay, I got you. So I got him a sword.
I don't think Disneyland, like, souvenirs and toys are expensive. The food is what gets you.
Souvenirs are expensive.
The souvenirs at
Yeah.
Disneyland are a hitter.
Yeah.
It's what same
Like a
price you would
shirt,
pay at
a
a
toy.
Target or whatever.
Keychain
No.
for $8? Nah. That's crazy. Just because they got, what's that monster? The Hawaiian girl that had the alien.
There's plenty of
Moana?
places.
Oh,
that,
Lilo and
there's
Stitch.
plenty of
Lilo and
places
Stitch.
where you could just go in a store and a keychain be $8. That's my point.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of-
Supreme.
Not a lot of places besides like a ball game or a movie theater or whatever is charging prices on food that Disneyland is charging. Their prices on food and drinks is insane.
Was that everything that comes out this week? Because that's the
Based
one
on
of the
that list that I
wackest
have.
week of all
I think so,
time.
yeah.
There's no Yeezy dropping something. Those new Yeezy colorways are fire.
come out
by the
next
way.
weekend.
Those blue ones and stuff. Them joints are super
Well,
fire.
I'm not talking to you. No.
And Wave Runner's coming out again for the
Yeah, those are.
180th time.
Wait, the original ones?
The Wave Runners.
The Lundmark color or whatever it is comes out next Saturday or next Friday.
Was that like the
Lundmark?
yellowish
No,
brownish?
what's tomorrow? Thursday? Next Thursday.
Oh, what's that? That's brownish yellowish or something.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
translucent.
they all look the
whatever
same.
that is.
Oh, that's fire. I'm not copping. And I wanted to see.
I saw it. I'm right here.
All right, so what we talking about first, gang? NBA free agency or Betsy Johnson or wow, whatever her name is.
Bessie Rose?
Pick one.
Betsy
Yeah.
Ross.
All right.
I mean, the Knicks got no one, so I have nothing to talk about.
That's another reason why
Did they get Julius Randle? For
They
like,
got-
like a
they
cheap
got a
contract?
bunch of, like,
the
whatever
Julius Randle contract
players.
isn't bad, but I mean, Alfred Payton
You're
and I mean,
Taj Gibson and
Yeah, that's one of the worst signings
Who's the
of
other
all
for
one?
time.
real.
Oh, and
all
Clinton
time.
Portis. Not Clinton Portis.
Bobby.
Portis.
Oh, Bobby
Might be
Portis?
dead.
No, he's not.
I never heard
He
the
might
name
be.
Bobby Portis before in my life.
You never heard of
You
Bobby
don't know
Portis?
Bobby Portis?
Bulls draft
No,
pick.
when they signed him, I was like, who the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
He's
Bulls.
ugly.
He went to Arkansas. Bulls drafted him first round. Punched what's the name man in the face.
Yeah,
Punch him in the face.
Miritich.
Oh,
teammate.
that's what it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Any
that's
Bulls
right.
related information, just ask me.
There it is.
Why did he punch him in the face again? Was
Got
that
in a
practice,
fight.
right? Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah,
it
he
was
got
like
in a fight
something
in
serious.
practice.
Yeah, so-
the white man is from Europe and doesn't know how to fight, so he got.
I think he got sucker punched though.
It may have been, but I doubt he knows how to fight.
Yeah, I think like he had like poked his head out and then got punched in the
All
face.
right.
It's like whack-a-mole. Like he had poked his head around the punched in the face.
So yeah, free agency was whack for the Knicks, but good for the Rangers. They're loading up, fam.
The Rangers.
Capo Caco, Artemi Panarin on a cheap contract.
Free agency.
Bruh. What do you mean it's not free agency?
Cabo Caco's a draft pick.
No, he's a draft pick, but we signed Artemi Panarin from
Sure.
the Blue Jackets.
Sure.
He's good. Trouba from Winnipeg, he's super good too.
You might be
But
the
the-
only human talking about
Bruh.
hockey free agency right now.
There are so many more people that know way more about hockey than I do. But
The crazy thing to me about hockey free agency is I remember not that long ago, it was like the salary cap was so low that if you signed one guy,
yeah,
you couldn't afford to pay the rest of your roster. Now dudes are getting like, I think the salary cap went up to like $85 million or something. Now dudes are getting these outlandish contracts again.
So you
Not like NBA, but
Are you disappointed in the Knicks?
yeah. Just to say the very least, the fact that James Dolan was like the one guy in all of the league that was like, oh no, I'm not going to sign Kevin Durant to a max contract because of his injury.
I think
that's crazy.
That's an insane take.
I kind of think not they're like because I don't think they'll be bad forever. At some point, teams get lucky with draft picks and whatnot. But I think they were kind of destined for like short-term failure once the league approved Brooklyn, especially once Jay-Z
Who's
got
it?
involved.
You mean the Knicks for short-term failure?
Because they're in the same. It's not like Brooklyn is like a 3-mile subway ride or 4 miles.
I still think that's going to be a
Like,
disaster.
Like,
I think KD and Kyrie is going to be a mess.
It could be, but just the fact that they're able to get free agents and the Knicks are not, is the point I'm making. Is like
because they don't fill that arena.
Brooklyn came in the league and then Jay-Z got involved. I think it was kind of like I've seen a lot of stuff said this week from like people who really know basketball that Madison Square Garden is not all it's built up to be in terms of being the mecca of basketball and players wanting to play there.
We said that here before a long time ago. We talked about that.
Man, I don't remember.
I don't believe that New York talk is out the window. Like that stuff is like that. First of all, where did it even originate from? Just like the streets? Because the Knicks haven't been a champion since
Rucker Park, fam.
75? Like
what?
What?
Doesn't matter. They have really good teams throughout the entire 90s and into the 2000s. So.
Having a lot of really good teams that don't win. Like the Mecca is the highest you could get of basketball. Yeah. Don't you got to put some banners up there to be at the highest point? Like
I think but that's kind of
it
where
wasn't the franchise they're talking about though. It's the building.
It's the culture,
the city, the building. It's everything. Yes. It's all of that. But it's like
Rucker Park.
No, that's all an illusion. It's an allure. It's like the streets in New York and the swag. It's cool and all that. That's over with. Like it's done. Like New York is just now an expensive place to go. I think, honestly, I mean, although Kevin Durant and Kyrie went.
The city of New York is still the city of New York.
Of course. Right? It's still like tops of everybody's list of one of the greatest places to be in the United States of America. But if you're a rich person, well, I can't say they went to Brooklyn. The Knicks just don't have...
Rich people live in Greenwich, Connecticut, so the rich people don't live in New York.
I'm saying
rich people live in Brooklyn.
I'm saying
well, not rich people. The like Brooklynite
hipsters who are trying to be rich.
People, yes. Yeah. I mean, they live Upper East Side and Upper West Side. Yes, there's money there, but for the most part, those ultra rich live in Greenwich, Connecticut.
Not one person that people thought or they thought is going to New York. Not a single person.
One. That's the crazy thing.
Well, they are. They're going to Brooklyn. Brooklyn's still New York.
They're going to New York, but they're not going to
I said it last time I was here. I was like, KD rehab in New York, and lo and behold, look at that.
Yeah, they're still... That's the thing. Katie doesn't need to live in Brooklyn. Yeah, Dumbo is a dope fucking neighborhood. Don't get me wrong. One of my buddies manages a building there. But you don't need to live in Brooklyn if you play for the Nets.
No, you don't. You can live in Jersey. You can live anywhere. Like
you need to live in Jersey. If he wants a gigantic house for cheap, then sure. But you can live in Manhattan if he wants to be fancy.
The fact that
plenty of money.
The fact that the Knicks, like I said, didn't get one of anything, not a high draft. Well, they got RJ Barrett.
And people out here talking about, wait till 2021 because we're going to get Giannis. We're not getting Giannis. There's no way.
Well, yeah, but that's with any sport. People are, when they miss something, they're always like, wait until next year or wait until whatever. That's just a cycle. That's what I'm saying with the Knicks. If Barrett turns out to be as good as people thought he was coming out of high school, then even though they didn't get Zion, they kind of lucked into getting, turning their franchise around. Maybe.
I still think he's got.
So that was the point I was making earlier.
But that's just me.
You still can luck into having a really good team.
Yeah.
I mean, Golden State lucked into being that good because of Curry's ankle injury. No one talks about that. The contract that he signed because of foot problems was one of the most affordable contracts for an NBA superstar in history of the sport, and that's what allowed them to repay or to sign KD in the first place. To be able to pay Clay and then re-sign Curry and whatever else. So they lucked into that contract. It sounds bad to say like and you lucked in with an injury, but that's really what happened. Teams they have the luxury of doing that.
The problem with the Knicks is that they have too many things going against them.
And James Dolan still owns the team.
The Warriors' ownership is really good, and their front office is really good. And I know you don't believe it, but their head coach is very good. The Knicks have none of those things.
I didn't say he was bad.
No, I know, but you said he was overrated or whatever you said last time about Kerr. You didn't think he was that good.
Kerr. Yeah, I think Kerr's overrated.
The Warriors.
I thought
you were talking about the Knicks because I like David Fizdale. I think he's a good coach.
I don't have a reason to
like the point I'm making is, in terms of the Warriors organization, they have everything that the Knicks don't have. They have good ownership, good front office, and good coaching. Maybe the Knicks have a good head coach. It's possible.
And we have good pieces. I mean, we have Kevin Knox, we have Mitchell Robinson. Like,
Mitchell Robinson is a very good piece. If they get rid of him, they're morons.
Yeah,
I think Trier's a good piece.
Say what?
He's staying.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson's staying.
I don't believe in Knox.
Lonzo Trier's good. Kevin Knox and his crazy forehead, they're good. I mean, Loso LaFresco and I, we were talking about it because he's a Knicks fan.
Mitchell Robinson was one of the steals of last year's draft.
I'm not going to a Knicks game. I'm not buying any Knicks merch. Like, just sell the team, dude.
So there was an interesting.
I'm done with you, fam.
Yeah, there was an interesting tweet that I saw the other day after the whole free agency thing, and it was the Dodgers. When McCourt owned the Dodgers, someone posted basically a picture, a screenshot of their attendance figures, and every single year for a couple years, attendance went down a little bit, and then there was a year where it was just dropped like 10,000 fans per game difference. That was the year that forced him to sell the team because he didn't make any money. He went bankrupt. So the very next year, the Guggenheim Group or whatever bought him with Magic Johnson and all that, whoever else, and they've won 6 NL West in a row, and they're going to win 7 this year, more than likely. So that's really what it is. The fans get to decide normally what position your team is in.
1,000% fact. That's why Dolan, everyone screams at him, but I wouldn't sell the team. Like, I got to sell the team because I'm trash. I wouldn't sell the team. Like, y'all still come to these games?
You would if it hits you in the pocketbook.
Oh, yeah. That's different.
But that's what he's saying. Like, fans are still
coming. Why on earth would I do this? You guys are still making me filthy rich. Y'all still come to these Knicks games. Knicks is still a hot ticket, even though they are trash. Like, I can't. When's the last time Knicks made the playoffs? Like, they're going to have to make the playoffs at least 2, 3. They got to make it a few years in a row for anybody to even consider going there. Like, the Knicks team, I mean, the Suns are just as bad. I mean, the Suns are probably worse.
They didn't make the playoffs any of the years that 7-foot man was there. What's his name?
Kristaps? Nope. He was only there, what, 2 years? 3?
Yeah.
He was only there 2 years, I think.
And then he had off the court issues, and he was just like, "Hey, I want out of here." And so we were like, "See ya," and traded him to the Mavs.
Which they said someone didn't even say he went out of here. He said he just wanted to talk to Dolan, and they were like, well, "Dolan doesn't know nothing about basketball or handle operations. You talk to us," and that was it.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that was their piece to like get somebody to come to New York. Like,
and now they gave him the max.
Yeah, they lucked into him as a draft pick. That's my point. And then they let him go.
They got bad, like they're just trash. They got bad luck. Like everything is like it's downhill.
It's the worst. That's why.
So we'll see.
Let's go Rangers, fam.
Rangers. And you didn't go Nets. When are you allowed to switch teams? When are you allowed, if you're a lifelong fan, when are you allowed to
I don't think there's rules on that kind of stuff. I think
people will trash you if you like do it though.
Yeah, but that's like an unwritten rule. That's just like people say forever you can't switch fandom. Like me personally, I would never switch any of my teams. But there's not a rule.
Probably about to leave the Raiders once they go to Vegas. That's not true. You said it.
You have to have. There would have to be a LA team or a Oakland team that's a
Chargers, fam.
All right, yes.
Yeah, Rams.
Start rooting for one of their worst rivals of all time.
The Chargers probably win the Super Bowl in the next like 4 or 5 years.
We've been saying that for the last 10, 12
career
years.
is almost over. What are you talking about?
If they would have won it last year, it wouldn't have been shocking. They were really good.
And then they lost by 27,000 touchdowns in New England.
Okay. They wasn't 27,000. It was quite a bit.
45-17.
Okay. But if they won it this year, I bet they get picked by a lot to win it in the next 2 years. The Chargers are a really good team.
Philip Rivers is 100 million years old.
Yeah.
I'm just going to remind you again that.
Hey, man. Peyton Manning won at 100 million years old, too, and a stick neck.
Peyton Manning also had the best defense in football.
Or one defense of all time. So
Chargers defense.
The Chargers defense is really good.
Yeah, let's not scoff at Chargers defense.
The Chargers defense
does it remind you of the Ravens in like 03? Or, I mean, what are we talking about here?
No, but, I mean, what is that?
Exactly.
The good defense, you still good to the Super Bowl. Like, look.
You got to be an 03 Ravens defense to get to the Super Bowl?
28 points.
You're talking about the Patriots. Like, you act like they went in Atlanta or something.
Are they going anywhere?
Who?
The Patriots.
The Patriots always go somewhere.
No. Are they going anywhere in terms of going away?
I don't know.
No.
I don't.
You don't know the Patriots are going away, but you're confident San Diego's staying.
I wouldn't bet anything on the Patriots going anywhere.
I definitely would.
Would we be shocked if the Patriots fell off this year, went 8-8? Would we be shocked?
I would be shocked.
Because
I would be 100% shocked.
The last time they didn't win 11 games is like 2006 or 5.
I have been saying since, 2014.
They won 11 games with Matt.
That's it. Matt Castle.
Yeah, Castle at quarterback.
I've been saying that since 2014. I'm like, this is going to be the year. 2015.
Do you
this
have
is going to be the
Tom
year.
Brady
Super
tearing
Bowl.
his ACL in game 1 or something?
This is going to be the year. Go to the Super Bowl. 2017. This is going to be the year.
Like, first of all, the years you guys are talking about, they had a lot of to me, better supporting cast than they do now. They're just great.
The same thing people say about New England every year. Right.
I wouldn't be shocked if they won the Super Bowl again, and I wouldn't be shocked if they went 8-8. It'd just be like, well, maybe it's that time. Maybe it's that time. Maybe finally it's happened. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, 40-some-year-old Tom Brady fell. I wouldn't be shocked. We're expecting it to happen at some point. Now, we've just been wrong at when it's going to happen.
Been expecting it to happen for his entire run.
That's what I'm saying. And I've gotten to the point now where until I see it happen, it's not happening. And Tom Brady's not going to go anywhere.
I wasn't
He's
shocked.
He's going to keep haunting my fucking life, dude.
That's injuries. But I just wouldn't be shocked. I mean, they lost Gronk. They lost some other people. Like, it just wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be that, like, whoa, this is out of control. Like, it just wouldn't be. Like, I don't understand why do you like you.
But you also think the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl every year.
No, so I don't. I've only thought the Cowboys won the Super Bowl last year. That was it.
You like Dak Prescott?
You're on.
I like Dak Prescott, but he shouldn't be the highest. Every year. Oh no! I'm on there the 1 year when I was like, this is the year. That's it. They have to win it this last year, and that was it. They didn't do it. So
no. You didn't say they have to. You said they're going to.
Oh, yeah, I said they're going
multiple
to.
times you said that.
They're going to. Not in the other years. I've never said that.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Every year.
I pride myself in making sure I never say about the Cowboys. The Cowboys are. I'm the most cynical Cowboy fan on earth. You can't count on them.
Cowboys, another one, can't count on.
Chargers, you can't count on them either. I don't trust the Chargers, but like I wouldn't be like. Actually, I probably would be shocked they won the Super Bowl. But still, the Chargers are a good team.
They're a good team.
All right, NBA free agency.
They went to the playoffs. Yep. Good team.
I mean, what did Lakers do again? Lakers got what? Anthony Davis?
Jared Dudley.
It's not going to matter.
Jared Dudley. You're talking about somebody.
Yeah, it's not going to matter if they don't sign Kawhi because there's no one left to sign.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, what does Seth Curry go to?
Back to the Mavs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, back to okay. They said he signed
with someone. I don't know.
Oh, they said his contract's the biggest contract. All the years of his dad combined, this contract's bigger than that.
Because his dad.
Let's say that every year.
I know that. I know that, but like Seth Curry averages like what, 8 a game,
3.5,
like 11, like. But man, you have to. Everybody getting that money, so hey, more power to him.
Harrison Barnes too. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Did
he get? I think he got 85. I think he got 85 for the Kings. I'm like,
that's insane.
I didn't even know
that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Yeah, for real.
Still on the Mavericks. Harrison Barnes is awful. Who else got?
Kemba Walker to the Celtics.
Oh, Kemba.
That's a good one. We drop from Jordan Brand soon, but the problem is he went with another athlete who's on Jordan Brand. Someone made that point on Twitter, so they're never gonna win. I take that back.
True.
I said they were gonna win. I said he was gonna win a championship, but you can't join another team with another Jordan Brand member.
Yeah, it's true.
And then
Tatum's cursed.
Who are you talking about?
Jimmy Butler
Walker,
to the Sixers.
Celtics.
Or not to the Sixers, to
to Miami for.
What's Miami
for
doing?
a reason?
Yeah, what's the reason? Why? I didn't. I mean, I've heard that before.
He was like that. How that was like the only place he wanted to go.
Traded soon
I
enough.
still
2-3
don't know
years
why.
Why do you say that?
I mean, why would they keep paying that contract for that many years when they're not going to win anything? Of course, they're going to leverage it at some point.
I mean, look, Miami.
Hassan Whiteside too. He went somewhere to Portland. Yeah.
Wait a minute. He left. He got traded.
Yeah, because
Cantor
went to the Celtics.
Cantor went to the Celtics. Yeah.
Yo, I've been missing. See the lower end stuff. I wasn't paying attention. I was on vacation. But that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They definitely ain't got nobody now. Whiteside is the one that they had such hope for, and eventually thought would happen. But that.
And then Dragic went to Dallas.
Goran Dragic, she's still in the league.
Wait, somebody said the Suns might get him.
Expert.
Not
told
Suns.
you.
Goran Dragic.
I read every single.
You need to stop calling her. What you been calling her? Producer.
Yeah.
You call her resident NBA expert.
And we got one. We got an NBA expert here. We got an international correspondent.
And
we got an
hockey expert.
We got a hockey analyst.
I kind of feel like I know a decent amount about hockey, but when it comes to hockey free agency, nah.
I know enough about hockey, but not who got signed and who got picked up in draft picks.
I just know the Rangers, honestly.
So you don't.
That's all I know.
Man, I guess that might be it for free agency. I don't know.
Free agency.
I don't have much to say about it.
D'Angelo went to
Warriors. D'Lo to the Warriors.
Oh yeah, that's right. He went to the Warriors.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be retrading him somewhere.
Yeah,
that's the story.
I said he might go to the Timberwolves. So I think that'd be cool for him. I guess the Timberwolves. I mean, they got to get rid of Wiggins though. But they get Wiggins
terrible.
Too much.
Everybody needs to get rid of Wiggins.
So I feel so bad for him. I really had high hopes for him. I don't know why I did, but he was one of the only people out of high school that I did kind of follow. I don't follow like high school players like George do. But I thought he was really gonna be something. Though he is whack. All right, he don't play no defense.
Who is this?
Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins.
Oh no, I told you that a long time ago. He does nothing.
He
All he
do
is a
anything. He
high volume
scores.
shooter. That's it.
All right, man. You know, he's already got what he get?
Pretty sure
145
his-
million.
Plus minus was negative last year for the entire season.
Oh, I know who the Suns got. Ricky Rubio.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the worst franchise in sports?
Oh no, it's
Bruh.
definitely top 3.
It's number one
in all of sports or
In
basketball.
all of sports. Who else? The list of the things the Suns have done in like the last 7-8 years is
I consider.
incomparable.
I would have thrown the Cardinals in there, but at least got to the
Someone
Super Bowl
I saw
last-
something on Twitter today. They don't have a single first round draft pick on their team from like 2012 or 13 through 17. They're all gone, and they were all like top 8 picks, mostly in the top 5.
The Suns are
All gone.
actual travesty, dude. Getting Ricky Rubio, come on, man. Like that dude.
No. It'd be a good idea if you had a contender and he was like, you just needed a
Oh,
backup
you need a
point
point
guard.
guard. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
100%. But we need somebody to do
I'm not gonna act like Ricky Rubio can't play, but he has no business on that
Ricky
team.
Rubio can pass and handle the ball. He gets injured a
And play
lot,
defense,
and
yeah.
he can't shoot. All right?
Yeah, I know he's the
shoot.
worst shooter maybe in NBA.
I mean, he couldn't even
He's
shoot
just gonna
And
give it
himself.
to Booker
Oh yeah.
to shoot.
Booker is just waiting to get
or
out of
Aiden.
here.
For real?
Yeah, Aiden. He was a first round pick.
Aiden,
number one pick.
18.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
said through 17. They don't have any of their
Oh, Josh, what's the name?
top.
Josh, he got traded today.
He got traded?
Josh,
Yeah, the worst part of that is they gave Melton up too. What are you doing? Who was running this franchise?
Who's Melton? Who's that?
So, exactly. Who is that?
Melton?
look,
Stop it.
all the way. First of all, I said we shouldn't have got Josh Jackson.
Oh, Josh. That's what I was thinking of. Did you trade Josh
Oh
He
my
Jackson?
got
God.
tried to Utah Grizzlies. He sucks.
Everyone thought he was the steal of the draft.
No.
that
Let's
year.
put it this way. I didn't want to draft him because I didn't think he was that good. I wanted De'Aaron Fox. Which
You
is-
said
we're not
De'Aaron Fox
phenomenal.
was better, but you never said Jackson was bad. When we
Oh
had that
no.
conversation.
Oh no. Oh yeah, okay,
that's
fine.
true.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you said Fox is better, but you
watch
said
him
Jackson's
play.
bad.
I was like, oh, he's trash. Then I saw him in
because he was
person.
like shooting jump shots off the backboard and stuff.
Then I saw him in person, and I said, he can play basketball. Like when I saw him in person against the Thunder, was balling, and we were sitting almost courtside, and I was like, yo, like this cat is really good at basketball. Never did it again. No. That was it.
The reason why it made so much sense to me is because the Suns already had their shooting, leading, whatever wing. Then you add him, who's a defensive wing and who
TJ
can handle the
Warren?
ball.
Was their wing?
And get, your boyfriend.
Or I'm sorry, my boyfriend. I was blanked out.
Who is talking about?
Devin Booker. Hi.
Devin Booker.
Yeah.
They already had their
Sorry, it was
superstar scoring wing or whatever. So you had Josh Jackson who can handle it, was really good defensively.
Devin Booker is listening to the Sneak This podcast right now. Episode 162. He can't wait for 163 to drop. Hi.
Hey.
Maybe somebody might hear it and forward the message on. You never know.
Stay out here longer.
Way too young for me, but it's all right.
Young for you. What is he? He rich for you though.
Yeah.
He old in money.
Then I can spend $10,000 a year on shoes at least.
He probably spends $10,000 a month on shoes.
Yeah, I'm sure his.
And wasn't they be spending like $100,000 a month on shoes?
Who?
Tucker
PJ
man.
God. Don't even talk about PJ Tucker, the champion sneaker of the year, or whatever his name is, whatever BR Kicks called him. So I got things
That's it.
basketball wise. I don't know. Was there anything we're missing?
Well, I mean, I would just
Are Lakers getting
just
in the playoffs?
add, like, who you think the best
No.
team after all the
You think Lakers
transactions?
get in the playoffs?
Nah, they probably will. But
They'll
Okay.
get to the playoffs.
Now, if
We
Lakers
don't
get in
know.
the playoffs, who comes out of the playoffs?
If they sign Kawhi, they're probably the favorite to win the championship.
Yeah,
If they
absolutely.
don't sign
100%.
Kawhi, I gotta wait to see who else they get on the roster first.
Clippers didn't make any moves.
Portland can't trust them, but
Yeah.
Portland could. They're talented.
Rockets didn't do
They're
anything
young.
either, so I don't know.
The Rockets are
Didn't do
done.
neither but fight in house.
For real.
Oh no, they got rid of Capella. Went to somewhere.
Why they traded him, I have no idea. Because
I can't remember where he
perfect
went.
Seriously.
NBA big man in 2019.
He gets hurt a lot, but I don't know why they got rid of him. The Blazers got rid of Aminu. He went to Orlando.
Farouk
Aminu.
Aminu.
I mean,
Who
it-
cares?
Why would you? Okay,
He
now
kinda balled
now,
out.
Now maybe
No.
Capella is like to the point where he knows he's the perfect big man in the NBA and he wants to get paid. So maybe that's why they got rid of
Get
him.
a lot.
Bournemouth gets
But-
paid.
All right.
Show me your shirt.
But
Bournemouth gets paid. Can they see? I don't even know.
you
they
should
got
have
paid.
resold that joint for $200.
I sold the other one for like $70
Oh, all right.
because I got two and I didn't fucking realize it.
Hey, must be
wish I
nice.
got 2 pause.
You could have got about 10, but you were doing all this hesitating.
Oh, I told you. I hit you up and was like, you squeezing to a size large.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so the bandana.
on Mars.
I think the Mavericks will be
No
good.
gravity.
The Mavs will be good.
Oh, that's why I am
Kristaps coming back with
Luka.
Luka.
My favorite team is gonna be Memphis. Memphis is gonna be so lit.
See, this is
Who's on there?
Ja
Iguodala?
Morant.
Oh, him. But
Ja, JJ, Triple J,
Oh, yeah.
Clark. They drafted Clark in the first round.
They're gonna be
fun.
fun.
They just got Melton and Josh Jackson from the Suns.
They're gonna be really interesting. I mean, I don't know about.
Listen, I'm not saying they'll make the playoffs.
I feel weird.
That team is going to be the most fun team to watch in the entire league, period. All Ja's going to do is run down the floor and throw a lob to one side Clark and one side JJJ.
Hey, man.
Dunks everywhere.
It's going to be fun to watch. Now, teams have to fall out. Lakers, if they go in, who got fall? Clippers, Spurs? Like, somebody had to fall out.
Depends where Kawhi goes. If Kawhi goes to the Clippers, they're making the playoffs. Wherever he goes is making the playoffs.
Oh, of course. I hope he threw like
now,
a crazy
obviously,
wrench in it.
people started overreacting when Jalen Rose said what he said because I don't believe Jalen Rose knows a single thing. But
You know how I feel about Jalen.
I mean, he knows more than I do, but that ain't saying much.
I don't know if he knows more than you do.
What's wrong with
That's
Jalen
the
Rose?
thing.
I'm talking about like on insider, like free agency stuff. Somebody said like 99% chance he goes for 2 years.
He said, wait, to what? To Raptors?
Toronto,
Yeah, he said he's
and
going-
then he's a 10-year free agent or 10-year vet, and he can sign like the maxest deal of all time or whatever.
Super max.
Dude.
Super duper max.
Jalen Rose. I used to like Jalen Rose in college, but now he's nothing but
Oh, yeah.
annoying.
I loved him in
Five.
college. I loved Fab, all of them in college. But Chris Webber, I can't stand him. Jalen Rose, I
Laser
can't
Webber's
stand
his
him.
brain in the
I still
head.
like Juwan Howard. Juwan Howard has one of the greatest
Isn't he a
rookies of
coach
all
now?
time. Yep.
I mean,
Michigan.
he doesn't say anything.
Oh, in
Like,
Michigan,
he's
that's
not a personality, so why would anyone dislike him?
You're right. But Jalen Rose and Chris Webber, they got to go, fam.
I don't know if Michigan's going to be any good, but he's going to be a recruit. There's no doubt about that. Anytime you get
He
a
definitely
young
will.
guy in there who's been in basketball and can relate to kids like that, they're going to recruit. I don't know if they're going to be any good because he might not be able to
Okay,
coach.
let's do that then.
That's what I said.
Okay.
I started it with that. I don't know if they're going to be any good, but he's going to be able to recruit.
Nobody-
Not this year because it's too hard to get in this late.
Oh, yeah.
But next
That's
year,
Michigan's
now-
MO. Harbaugh, he can bring people in, but he can't coach. No.
I mean,
Can't coach. You can't beat Ohio State. You can't coach.
How many Super Bowls has he been to? 12? I mean, what are you talking about?
Jim Harbaugh's been to 12.
One.
Who's
So
one?
obvio's a joke.
Like,
Okay, sorry.
And lost.
One Super Bowl and 3 conference championship games. Sorry, they didn't win the other 2.
You hate on Andy Reid. He's been.
No, I don't.
Oh, man,
Andy
I
Reid
do.
is known as having the worst time management in history of the NFL, maybe.
Ever.
Now, he's an offensive mind of the
Brilliant.
century.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know how to head coach. He needs to do certain things and designate or delegate things out to the assistant coaches. He should hire someone just to slap him when he does something crazy with the clock. Like,
yeah.
no, I don't want to see that.
Time management assistant.
Just squirt Gatorade in his face. Just come around and squirt Gatorade in his
Love
face.
that.
Like Three Stooges. He got that like little rose on his thing and just
Is Three Stooges on anybody's list?
No.
Okay.
one of my favorite shows of all time, but I won't even know.
Really?
Oh yeah, growing
I
up,
love Three Stooges.
all I did was
all
watch
the
Three
time.
Stooges growing up.
Yeah, I did. I mean,
But I didn't even
my grandma
consider
have
it. It's
cable.
not even thinking of like.
Oh, okay.
It's not like it had a plot. It was just like slap
I
the
mean,
ring.
Dudes messing with each
The
other.
plot would be like, let's go paint this house, and it was just shenanigans the entire time.
I mean, a plot for like a season, like a plot for the show, not per episode.
There was no love interest.
Like if you saying like that had a plot, that's the same thing as Chappelle's show. Like they had plots in the skits.
Three Stooges is you think about it, is
They
kind
didn't
of
even
stupid.
talk, did they?
They did, but it'd be
Oh,
like,
they did.
Barely.
he'd be like, hey, wise guy. I used to only watch it because my grandma didn't have cable, so
Yeah,
like
see?
I would be always on that MASH, Bonanza.
I was just reading about them the other day, which was kind of funny. Those dudes are all brothers, except one of them, except the biggest one,
Mo?
bald head.
Curly?
No, Mo.
Oh, Curly, yeah, Curly.
Oh no, sorry, I said it wrong. Larry was the only one who wasn't a brother. The other 3 were all brothers. Larry, Mo, and Shimp were all brothers, and this, or what did I say?
Who is Shimp?
Mo.
Shimp got
He
replaced.
There was-
wasn't always there.
Oh, for real?
So at one point, Curly was on the show and Shemp was on the show at 2 different times. There was
got it.
always 3.
Yeah.
But those
'Cause
three
I
are
just know about
brothers,
Larry
and then
Curly.
Larry, the one with the curly hair with the like
With
bald
the
spot
bald
on top.
bald spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
yeah.
only one that wasn't related to him.
Bro, that show was wild. I'm like,
And
watching
none of them dudes look alike whatsoever. I was like, brothers, what?
They were always like hired to do something, and I'm like, yo, where'd they get the skill? They were plumbers,
Just
they were
hijinks,
painters, they were everything.
They solved crimes, they did everything.
I was like, yo, there was episodes where like somebody was running around in a monkey suit, and they was like, they were like running through the doors like
Gorilla
the Three
suit.
Stooges, yeah. And I was like, this
Like
show is
Scooby-Doo.
crazy. That's a stupid show. How many
Fire.
years
That's
was
all
that
they needed to do back then.
Fire, no?
It's entertaining.
Fire.
Probably more than 10.
This list was
10,
hard to
15
make.
years,
so
probably.
Top
This list
10
was
comments. It's not
ridiculous.
It was tough.
Not really.
Okay.
No, you see what's funny is that y'all were really high on certain things. Like, oh, it was one of the greatest shows. Oh my God, the writing. And then now trying to make a list. It's like, I don't know about
I don't know,
this.
fam.
I don't know. Every single show that I
I have a
talked
lot
about
of
is on
honorable
the list.
mentions because I couldn't choose.
I got some honorable
I have
mentions.
a
Now,
ton of honorable
hold on a
mentions.
second. Since this is going to be an argument later anyways, let's confirm. These are your favorite 10 shows or the 10 best shows? What'd you do?
What does that mean?
It's to you.
If it's the best show, it's
To
one of my
us.
favorites.
To me.
Best show.
I'm asking you. So you
To
picked
us.
your 10 favorite shows.
I picked shows that I actually
Watched and liked. Oh, look at you already. No?
actually watched
Okay.
and thought were funny.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Those were not. Well, the ones I picked, I did watch, but I don't know that they're funny.
Okay, do you know this is a comedy? You pick NYPD Blue and stuff. Like, come on. If you say something that's not funny, you're going to be disqualified.
You'll see.
You mean like
You'll be like, that's
Dynasty
not
Dallas.
funny, but it's.
Alright, chill out. You might be the only person who watched Dallas in this room.
Loved Dallas when I was a kid. I used to watch it with my
Exactly.
mom and dad.
Who shot JR,
You
fam?
wildin', huh?
Dallas
I have
was
no idea what that
Airwolf.
show was about.
Airwolf, A-Team,
18.
Three Stooges,
Lucy. I love Lucy.
I love
Saved by the
this.
Bell, obviously.
Of course.
Saved by the Bell's
Fresh
fire.
Prince of Bel-Air. Those are like the shows.
Okay.
Alright?
But
I'm not saying the shows that's on this list. I'm saying
Dang, I
that's
was
the
like, you're
shows
just
from
naming
like our
people's
era.
lists.
I was going to
No.
say.
None of those shows are on my list.
Wait, what show we just talking about?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air possibly would be an honorable mention for me, but it wouldn't make my list.
Dallas was a great show. I'm sorry, what? We're not doing this.
Topics, other topics, other topics.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Dallas was what's it called? A soap opera show. But the reason why Dallas
It wasn't a real soap like the ones like
You're right.
Young and the Restless,
but it came
you're
on
right.
like
Drama.
prime
Drama.
time. And it was about rich family, Dallas, Jared, all of them.
Yeah.
You know why Dallas is one of the greatest shows of all time? Because they killed a character off that was popular, and then they were like, "Oh, we made a mistake." And then the next season, they made the previous season a dream. Like the first episode was the woman waking up like, and she thought her husband was dead.
Oh, yeah.
So the entire last season was a dream. They brought the character back
I
alive.
don't know nothing about that show.
That's an awful trope, by the
All
way.
I know is that tagline, "Who shot
crazy.
JR?" That's all I
Yeah,
know.
that's it.
I've heard about the dream thing, but
That's going crazy, all right? Well, everybody watched a full season, like, dang, he died. Next season, it was a dream. What the? Like, that's crazy. One of the top shows of all time. All right, what we talking about? Betsy Ross?
Betsy Ross.
Ross.
Chill out, bro.
So,
Colin Kaepernick.
who wants to go first or what? First of all, you know what makes this great is that the factor is coming
I
to
mean, you gotta like
Goodyear.
say kind of what happened, because
Okay.
like maybe not everybody heard. I mean,
Okay.
they should have.
So we all saw the
It was
sneaker.
national news.
First of all, when national, this moves everywhere. Like, I saw this playing on BBC, like
People live in
everything.
caves.
Now, okay, so when the shoe first came out, did you guys even pay attention to that flag on the back?
I thought it was. I mean,
I mean, it
I
was
knew
there.
what it was, but I was just like, they're fine.
I didn't.
To be completely honest, I saw it, but to be completely
didn't
honest, I
think
didn't
nothing
even.
of it.
Yeah,
Me neither. I saw it and I didn't think anything of it.
Now I don't say that to take away Colin Kaepernick's view.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I just didn't like
oblivious.
look at it. Now, so the factory. One thing that makes this interesting too is because that manufacturer, Nike, the whatever, is going to be in my city where I live at.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, that's crazy because where I live at, they are building these crazy
Yeah, but that
big.
had nothing to do with that to
It
begin
didn't.
with.
It didn't. Okay, but it's a part of it. Like it's so many pieces to this.
Yeah, so just do the main
Fine.
story. And then
So
you can
the
add
shoe, the shoe pictures came out online, whatever the case may be, and supposedly Colin Kaepernick contacted whomever at Nike and said that the flag on the back, which is the Betsy Ross flag with what the 13
13
14,
stars.
13 stars, which that's back in the which
13
is like
colonies.
the 13 colonies, and it's back during slavery, and it's being very adopted by like radical groups and stuff like that currently in society now. So he said that it's insensitive, whatever, and Nike took it canceled it. They removed it from as many accounts as they could, whatever the case may be. So then,
except their own apparently, because they sold them on sneakers.
Oh, so they did sell on sneakers.
It says sold out on there.
Oh, really?
So I'm assuming it
because
really
they never
it could say sold out because they pulled them.
Yeah,
why would
it could do that?
No, they would have just pulled it off the website completely.
Which I don't understand.
Like if you look right now,
I think it might have been like easier for them to be like sold out instead of try to take like a whole. That could just be the.
It had a scheduled
sneakers
release
thing.
date. Like, why would it? I mean, people would have woke up for that and then it's not released.
I was surprised it was still on there. I'll tell you that. Like once it got canceled, I thought, oh, it came off sneakers.
It left sneakers and then went back on sneakers.
Oh, okay. So now
it was pulled off and then it was put back on.
So then, just that aspect of it, Kaepernick having that involvement. Any thoughts on that?
I was surprised that Kaepernick had that much. I don't want to say power over Nike, but had that big of a voice at Nike to be like, look, I don't agree with this. This isn't right. And Nike was just like, okay, we agree, and pulled the shoe. That is what's the crazy part to me, aside from Doug Ducey opening his mouth. Like,
Twitter rant.
Bruh.
I don't have an opinion on how Kaepernick's feelings because as a human, you can feel however you want to feel. I'm not going to comment on your feelings. Totally fine. Just like last week, I didn't comment on Molly What's-Her-Name's feelings because she can feel however she wants.
All right, well, a lot of people, anyways.
Yes, there are people in our comments commenting on her reaction, which is not correct. Not right, but right. You do what you want.
So, I'm sorry, were you going to say something? I'm sorry.
No, I agree with you. Like, I can't believe that one athlete, he's not even playing, but like one guy just like has an influence over a big company like that.
Yeah.
That was
he's a part of the company.
But
first of all,
but as far as we know, I mean, Travis Scott didn't say anything. Serena Williams didn't say anything. I was going to say,
if Serena Williams was like, oh, let's just pull this thing, I mean,
would that have been different?
No.
Do you think it would have been a bigger uproar if it was a different athlete that said it?
I don't know.
That's the thing. If Serena,
I think if Serena said it, it still would have been huge.
Okay, now do you think it would have got the reaction from Doug Ducey and everybody that it did? Like, would this be like a big discussion, or is it because Kaepernick?
I think it still would be a discussion. The whole thing with Doug Ducey, if we are going to get into that, first of all, I don't have any strong feelings toward the shoe. I mean, they pulled the shoe, great. If they would have been like, no, we're moving forward, we're releasing the shoe, that would have been fine too. To me, the crazy thing about what Doug Ducey said is kind of don't tell people how to spend their money. Like, you're a governor. You're governing a state. Like, that's what you do.
Right.
But you're going to draw a line in the sand about a depiction of a flag that's maybe 1.5 inches big on the back of a shoe and be like, oh, this is our heritage, this is our history. Like, you're going to take time out of your day to dedicate to that? That's what's insane to me. Because, like, you got better things to do than comment on a shoe and how people should spend their money? Like, that's baffling.
This is what's crazy. It's like, it was funny because, like, okay, first of all, you know when like crazy things always happen that we're like, it's either like insensitive, sexist, racist, crazy, outlandish, ageist, whatever the case may be. You watch these commercials,
Shifting
these shows,
gears.
stuff on the internet, anything you may see, everybody is always like, where's the person in the room to say, hey, that ain't it, chief. Yo, why'd y'all put that? Where's that person at? When H&M did the thing with the coolest monkey shirt, everybody's like, who was in the studio or who didn't say something? I looked at this as like, okay, Kaepernick said something. Because Kaepernick wasn't going to be the only one that noticed this. Like, for the record, like, it seems to be like, because I haven't heard anybody else like notice the flag. Like I said, none of us noticed. Well, we noticed it was different, but I didn't think like nothing of it. So I looked at it as like, okay, Nike, who I get on all the time about doing certain things, who's the person in the room to say these suck, this colorway sucks, this model sucks? Who's that person? So a person in Nike that gets paid by Nike said, yo, don't like that, that's insensitive, because when it came out, I know other people would have noticed it or said it at some point. So I looked at it like that was really responsible of Nike to say, oh, you know what? thanks, man, for saying something because we let that bypass us.
Yeah.
Now I don't understand why Nike didn't just put the regular United States flag on. Like, why did it have to be the Betsy Ross flag? Like,
well, because I think it's just because they already had the one from '04 that had the regular flag with the 50 states and one of the best Air Max 1 colorways of all time. But I mean, I don't look at that flag and immediately think this is the symbol for slavery. You know what I mean? And I don't think Nike thought that either.
no, I don't think they did either. But I appreciate them saying, "Oh shoot, you know what? This could be something. Let's take it off." So like,
Absolutely.
I appreciated that. Now, like I said, we could just put the regular flag. Like they shouldn't have did that in the first place, but they should have done some more research. Like, because I don't pay attention to like racist rallies and white supremacists. I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I know it's out there. I don't pay attention to that because it's like, I'm not giving that any attention. So I haven't noticed anybody waving that flag at rallies and stuff like that until this happened. I looked on the internet. I'm like, oh, yo, cats out here really like got that flag and the Confederate flag and swastika flag. They got them like hand in hand. So I'm like, oh shoot, like that is something bad. So I learned something new myself.
I think with stuff like that, I think people just find an excuse to adopt something that may not have stood for that to describe themselves. We know what the Confederate flag stood for.
Of course.
The Betsy Ross flag was just to signify something that had to do with uniting what was in existence at that time against the British, and obviously slavery helped build the United States of America. So we know that. So, I mean, I think a lot of times people are just adopting something that they don't really know what it was originally created for their own purpose. But again, I'm not going to criticize Colin Kaepernick for his feeling because he deserves to have his own feeling. If that's what he feels, that's what he feels.
I feel like he did what he's supposed. Like that's the right thing to do. Like, hey y'all, this is offensive. This is something. I wish every company had a person that said, "Oh shoot, you know what? You think so? You think this could cause a problem? Let's go ahead and take that off." Like I get it. Now another thing that I'm just sick and tired of. Me and my wife watched the Democratic debate the other night or whatever, and maybe this is just from us. I mean, we're all in this room, like maybe in our 30s. So I don't know how old we are. Like, I get annoyed watching politicians that are like running now, and they're like the great Thomas Jefferson said. I don't care what JFK said. I don't care anymore. This is a new era of time. And I respect history and I understand it. Right. But like going back, Ben Franklin once said, when Ben Franklin died in 18. Like what are you talking about? So like when I look at this, like Doug Ducey sitting here really riding for the Betsy Ross.
Seriously,
fam, she been dead. Bro, when did she die? Like, come on. Like, it's like, dude, you really want to take your time to do that. Now, that tweet that you sent that Russ Banks thought the exact same thing. You're going to ride so hard for something that was created centuries ago. Not decades, centuries ago, and possibly take away jobs in your state. Like, it's crazy.
You got to think about it in these terms. Anyone who would get that job, I mean, it's not like, first of all, Nike, the creator of Nike, no longer the CEO, but I think he's still the chairman, Phil Knight, is one of the biggest Republican donors in the entire country. So this feeling that like people think Nike is some crazy liberal company is nuts because Nike donates more money to conservative causes than they do to Democratic causes.
Which we've talked about before.
Anyways, yes. But anyways, the fact that like now, we'll talk about this in a second, is the city of Goodyear should be applauded for what they did. You'll get to that in a second. Let's just, for a second, assume that the factory was going to get washed out. It's not like every single person they were going to hire was going to be like some crazy left-wing person. I would imagine it would be a pretty good mix of people on both political sides.
See, that's
so you're hating, I mean, you would be hurting your own... If Doug Ducey thinks that those are his people on the right, they would be working there too. So if you're causing someone on your side of the aisle to not get a job, you're doing a disservice to yourself.
Yeah, that's
what he doesn't realize.
Point. Like it's stupid. Like because you feel this strongly about like what are you talking about, man? Like it just made absolutely no sense. Like I mean I couldn't imagine anybody to ride on that side like, man, thank you, Doug Ducey, for not letting Nike come to Arizona because of, like, it's just crazy. Like, And it's like, look, if you're against it, you can say something about it all you want on social media and Twitter like that. I mean, obviously, the mayor of Goodyear stepped in and said basically, no, it's happening. Like, they're gonna fund it, whatever.
Ducey was successful in getting that money taken away that was earmarked for Nike for, I guess it's for like permits and paying fees and whatever else. And the city of Goodyear came forward and said that they would cover the cost instead of the state. Again, it should be applauded.
Right,
Good for you. Anything that is for the betterment of all humanity or all Americans or whatever is, to me, better than the opposite, where you're taking sides on whatever the issue is, even if the issue is not beneficial to half the country or whatever. The greater good is that 500 people, regardless of political affiliation, would have been able to get a job, and now still can. Or whatever the number is. 500 is obviously what's been reported. Who knows how many people they're hiring, but that's what it is.
Right.
People just love just making noise and it's
stirring
just,
the pot.
It's like, I mean, dude, I'm talking about. I watched this article. I mean, this topic on.
Well, the problem is this. It's one thing if you're just everyday average American and you're on your Twitter feed going nuts, whatever. It's the same argument that people make about police officers. You as Doug Ducey should be held to a higher standard to control yourself.
Oh, of course,
100%.
Than John Schmo off the street. Period. Bottom line. You as a police officer should be held to a higher standard with your actions than Joe Schmo off the street, because you took an oath to hold that job. Same thing with Doug Ducey. That's the biggest problem. People can believe whatever they want, but when you're in that position where you've taken an oath for that job,
for the people,
to know your responsibility, like what Russ Bankston said, for people who didn't see it, was talking about the constituency. Doug Ducey is doing nothing to serve his constituency by going out against Nike in that issue. He's doing the opposite of that. So, in my opinion, he, as a governor, has, because you were talking about people just wanting to align themselves with things and say crazy things. It's one thing for John Blow or whatever to say crazy things. It's another thing for the governor of a state to come out on Twitter and just have a rant.
And you know why he does that? He feels comfortable with that because the head of the country feels comfortable with doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Not that that's the issue. And that's the thing too. I want everybody to understand, which we've said on this podcast before. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're Democrat. I don't care about anything like that. That doesn't bother me whatsoever. It's just the simple fact of like right and wrong in certain situations. Like to take away, to try to attempt because of your personal stance on something. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and this might sound ridiculous. It might even sound a little ignorant. Like, I stuffed in 1800, 17. Man, that's cool, man. Like, I get it. But like, my life isn't dictated and headed that way. That's why like all the politicians and stuff, I'm like, I watch all this stuff and I listen to it like all the time and I read on it nonstop. And I'm just like, first of all, none of you are going to do any of these things you're talking about. Like, we've been talking about taking guns off the streets since I don't know when, okay? Like, so all this stuff isn't going to happen, one. Two, it's like, dude, quit trying to dictate, like, trying to act like my political stance is based off of, the great John F. Kennedy. Like, come on, man. Like, it's over with. Like, what is your stand? What are you going to put your mark on this country? And doing something like that, like, you believe so strongly in the Betsy Ross flag that you're going to take away jobs from your state and sit there, Arizona's doing great financially. Yeah. Like, it ain't doing that great. Like, it's all right. All right.
Well, that shouldn't even be the issue. The issue should be whenever you can provide jobs to people who don't have jobs.
You always
do
it. You do. Yeah, that's the thing.
A job is a completely unbiased thing along political lines. It's not affiliated with with politics.
You should be taken, honestly, if you're trying not to, you should be taken out of your position for stuff like that. I know it's not that easy, but you shouldn't even be allowed to be in a position like that to where you can make a decision or have power to take that type of thing away. Having a job is having the option to go get a job is part of being a citizen. Like, you have the opportunity, if you're afforded the whatever necessary to go apply and get a job. For somebody to be like, nah, you can't, like, we're taking those away. Like, it's crazy to me. Like,
over a shoe.
Yeah, and it's like over a shoe. Like, which, I don't know what, I know you guys sent that, like, you guys sent about, like, the manner thing. Like, I didn't understand what they were saying. Like,
I think it was a joke. I think it was Doug Ducey wanted these real bad, so he wanted his pair.
I thought
he
like he hit a manner or like they was. Oh, see, I didn't get it.
But I mean, even on the other side, like if Doug Ducey were to have
that's
one,
the way I took it.
And
I mean, Jeremy could have been joking, but I took it like he was trying to get his pair from them. I mean, not that I wouldn't even know about it, but
right. So
but no, I
don't think
you
Doug
asked
Ducey
me what they
would
meant,
have
and
known,
I said they were just saying that Ducey was being a hypocrite. It could have been a joke, but if he really was hitting them up to try to get a shoe, then he was being a hypocrite.
Either way,
I think it was a joke.
Either way, I applaud Nike for listening to a voice in the room. Like that's all I do. Like it's not that big of a deal to me. Like it's just like, oh, somebody said that this could cause this. Cool. If it would have been something that like the LGBT community like felt against and it took it off. Oh, okay, cool. Like that's fine. Like I always said this. I hope they listen to other voices in the room. This is stupid. Black History Month is stupid. This knitted in 7-pack is stupid. Like all this stuff is like ridiculous. I wish they listen to the voices. Listen,
the biggest problem is, and again, this is goes in every genre, every whatever. It has nothing to do with shoes. Has nothing to do with hats. Has nothing to do with clothes. Has to do with humans. People. The bottom line is people don't respect the opinions of other people. Even when you watch, like I watched Bill Maher's show the other day, and Bill Maher can't stop talking about. Bill Maher is known as being a liberal. He can't stop talking about the same talking points that some of the people who he disagrees with are talking about, like political correctness and can't tell a joke anymore or whatever. I don't feel offended when someone tells a joke. I don't personally feel offended when someone who has a different political view than me says something. But that doesn't mean that someone else doesn't feel offended and isn't allowed to feel offended. When you as a human think that other people aren't allowed to feel offended, you're the problem. You have the problem. So like, and this is what's made me angry with, not to bring up Bill Maher, but the whole Bill Maher thing, he's getting into like these same conversations with, and I think it's because he's a comedian and comedians want to have free reign to tell their jokes and whatnot. Again, I don't have the same problem with it. You tell whatever jokes you want. I know it's a joke. Some people are not intelligent enough to figure out that things are jokes. Some people are not savvy enough to figure out that what is satire and what's not satire. But you don't, as a human, get to tell someone else when they can and cannot be offended. If someone's offended, they're offended. It's the bottom line. Yeah. Just like you can be offended about them being offended. You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
Which that's why I don't put shock in like how people react to anything. If I go down the street, punch somebody in the face and they shoot me, that's my fault. How they reacted is up to them. Like if they felt like that, I can't be like, this guy shot me. Like no, like I had no business punch him in the face. Now he could feel any way you want to feel, like you said. It's just one of those things where it's like you said, he needs to hold himself to a higher standard for the people and his position of power, and that's that.
The whole movement complaining about the social justice warriors or whatever, just ignore them. If you disagree, ignore it, man. Why do you have to speak about everything? Like that just makes no sense.
Which is why, like, I never even noticed the Betsy Johnson flag being used by other groups. I don't pay attention to groups. I don't even watch the news. Seeing and stuff isn't allowed in my house. I tell my wife, she watches all day. No, I read it. I work on the internet because I can control it. Yeah. Don't have it on in my house because it's all negative. CNN, Fox, all of it is just like nonstop. And I'm like, dude, if I hear this one more breaking news, I'm like, dude, y'all have more breaking news than I've ever seen in my entire life. But they said this. They were on yesterday. I don't want to get too deep in politics because I was just like, yo, this is nuts, the stuff that they talk about and they care about. But anyways, like I said, I'm glad that the city of Goodyear stepped in. They're going to take care of that money. The jobs come, Nike comes. I mean, this is a major company. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Like, this is good for Arizona. Like, stupid. Anybody else have anything to say? Nothing? Add to it. What else are you talking about today?
The jersey.
Some stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what
I just saw that.
This is.
What? Well, somebody had asked us how come we didn't talk about Adidas and the black employees, the New York Times article. Didn't you read that? Mm-hmm. I never read the article.
I thought we talked about that last week.
No, we didn't get to it. I never read it. Did you read it, George? Okay, see, I never read it, so I really don't know fully, except, obviously they're saying that black employees are being treated unfair or not opinions aren't being taken into consideration or whatnot. The jersey thing that I saw was
Arsenal, like the football team.
Yeah, the soccer team. So yeah, football. Yes, thank you.
World
Well,
football.
they're clubs. They're
right.
called clubs.
But like,
right.
I guess what it was just like a blunder and like trying to be clever or ad campaign or something. So you saw it?
They should have known that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you want to
I'd say.
explain? Do you want to explain what happened?
So basically, they had like released their new Arsenal jerseys lineup, soccer club lineups, and all that stuff. And like, you can create your jersey right there or something, right off Twitter.
Yeah, you could put a hashtag or something, and, then it puts it like on an image on
the back
of the jersey.
And then
what do you think people did?
They did racist stuff. So like, and then what it did was when you did it, that Adidas UK site would retweet it and say, whatever your name was, your jersey is ready or something.
Yeah.
So it being, obviously European, all that stuff, somebody did.
There was like Hitler stuff.
Yeah, like it says something like send all Jews to the gas or something crazy.
Gas at gas all Jews.
So like,
At gas what?
At gas all Jews. At Madeline McCann. I don't know who that is. Maybe I should know who it is. And at
The girl
96
that got,
was not
like,
enough.
yeah,
Kidnapped.
So then, like, the account was probably set up to automatically do it, but it's automatically doing this stuff, and so they had to pull. What did they do? They pulled the jerseys down, or they released something. And considering the fact that they're like already being looked at for racial stuff in their company and stuff, it's like, yo, what are y'all doing, fam? Like,
apparently their account got suspended because I just clicked on it and it says that the
page doesn't exist.
Oh, the tweets.
But they
no
should have
longer...
known that people will use something like that for evil.
And I would have thought. I mean, yeah, they just should have known. Even if it was evil or just stupid.
You know what? I think it goes along
yeah.
with everything else where it's just like these marketing campaigns are not thought through. A lot of these employees are under pressure to come up with something like that and run with it, especially when they're trying to introduce. Because I'm sure Arsenal is not waiting on Adidas to unveil it. They're saying, this is the date we need it by. It will be ready by this date. Mm-hmm. Like the club... Right. Who's being sponsored is the one who's going to dictate when the thing needs to be done by, or they're not going to partner with that brand. They're going to find someone else to partner with. So
it would have been nice if they had somebody in the room to say, "Hey, man."
That's the point. That's the point I'm making. Like, is it goes along with everything else where the people making the decisions are just not savvy enough to think things through. I mean, it's really what it is.
Well, they said this has happened before to other companies or other teams and stuff. So this wasn't like the first time that people did it. So
well, it happens every time there's like a naming campaign for something. Like the boat off the Antarctic, Bodie McBoatface, and now everything's whatever McWhatface, You try to happens all the time.
You try to do it on servicearizona.com, it immediately tells you that you can't do stuff like that.
Or like Nike ID or something like that.
Yeah, why
it
they don't
says
have the
that,
software
hey, no, you can't put that. Yeah.
Now, I understand typing like the lady's name, Madeline, but maybe they have keywords they can eliminate with that software. So maybe you put that in there to eliminate. Obviously, like gas and Jews should, unless you can think of a creative way to use gas and Jews that's not offensive, I don't think there is. You probably need to have some kind of software that eliminates things like that. 96 was not enough. I don't know how you could eliminate something like that. I don't know what that is in reference to.
I don't know what that's in reference to.
Maybe
either.
some kind of UK strife or a racist thing that happened in the UK. I don't know. I, sound maybe ignorant right now.
I don't know what it is.
But
I read it and I forgot what it said.
It's just amazing.
I mean, it could have something to do with like the troubles they had with England and Northern Ireland, or who knows.
I just find it funny that, like, I mean, you know how sick they gotta feel when stuff like that. I'm like, I mean, come on, man. Like, you just don't.
They don't
get
have
it together.
savvy enough people working for them, man. That's really what it is.
Anyway, that's all I had on that one. I don't know.
All these corporations have this issue. You know what I mean? It's not new and it's not exclusive to anyone. It's like,
I really hate talking about like,
but it'll be
race
forgotten
and
about
stuff.
in
it'll
a week or 2 months or a month or whatever.
But now I can't get my Arsenal hashtag sneak this jersey. Darn it!
You could get one. You could take it to. You got to custom make it yourself. I hate talking about race and stuff on a sneaker podcast.
Let's move on.
That's one of the whole things about like sneakers is that like it don't matter what you like. We're talking about like the various colors and objects on your feet and stuff like that. That's just dope. You spend your money on whether it's a lot or a little, and they cool. And then like all this crazy stuff, like seeing a sneaker on CNN and like they know not a single person on the show knows anything about it. They're like the Air Max 1 that's July 4th. I'm like, nobody knows what they're talking about up there. And they just like, and then I'm watching this one show and they bring like these like super, race warriors, for the black community, like Andrew Dyson Clay, and like, strong individuals that fight for, minorities and stuff like that and rights. And I'm like, dang, man, it's like a picture of a sneaker sitting here and you got this a powerful black professor on here, like, just systematic. I'm like, good God. And it's just a Nike sneaker sitting right here. And I'm like, yo, this is crashing panels. Like, they had these two ladies here, and man, what do you think about? I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is all about a sneaker. And like you said, stuff fades away. It'd be faded away just like that. But like, StockX and stuff taking stance, like, oh, we've removed this from our sites, stuff like that.
I just don't understand.
I don't agree with
that's
stuff like
funny
that
because of all the other stuff that they sell.
Yeah.
But that part of the story is more funny than the actual like job part of the story. And
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't understand why people don't have the ability to like let it go in one ear and out the other, or just let it go. Who cares if someone's offended by that? It's not that big a deal.
It's not. It's
people are
just
up in arms
news.
because a shoe that was going to come out is no longer coming out.
Yeah.
Who cares?
What's funny is the people
done
that
now.
are so bothered
And the
by
man was so upset he was going to cancel 500 jobs or whatever. Like, are you kidding me? Things that can affect actual society. You're doing because of a shoe.
And like, I
Colin
bet
Kaepernick shouldn't be in people's heads this much.
bro, I'll tell you one thing though. Colin Kaepernick, if I had to do a top 10 black people, Colin Kaepernick might be in there, dude, to make this many people mad. Damn, bro.
You're right.
All he said was, nah, y'all shouldn't do that. It's offensive. And lost their minds, bruh. Lost their minds.
The biggest problem to me, and it's a political thing, is people will ride forever and ever and ever about the flag, the colors, whatever that has to do with the United States.
Confederate monuments, things like that.
And then they'll go and put the flag on swim trunks or the flag on a do-rag, and the flag code specifically says you can't do that.
Exactly.
I don't
$5
understand.
Old Navy shirts.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't understand why. Now, granted, the majority, and you can come at me on social media if you want. The majority of the people who ride on stuff like this are not intelligent people. They are low IQ people, just to be completely honest. And I'm not saying one political side or another. You can have both political sides. So people who get mad and upset and won't let it go when this kind of thing happens are low IQ people, especially when they ride for one thing and don't realize that the flag code says you can't wear it in a do-rag and go out and do it.
a lot of things. There's a lot of rules like that, but it's
if your issue is really flag disrespect and not the fact that a black man is upset about something that a white company is doing or upset about the flag or whatever, then you should also be upset and not buy the United States flag do-rag from Walgreens or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
bandana,
Colin
whatever.
Kaepernick also hits a nerve with a lot of people. Like if it was
He
Tiger
does,
Woods or
bro.
like Serena Williams or
That's
somebody
my
else,
thing,
like I don't know.
I
he's
feel like
just
this
a
wouldn't
different.
happen.
Yeah, because there were already other things that he was writing for before. So
I just feel like that this wouldn't have happened if it was somebody else.
Nothing that people who I disagree with do is going to bother me to the point of the things that that those people get bothered to. I don't get it. It makes no sense. Let the shit go. It's a sneaker. People out there burning their Nike stuff or whatever. Again,
Which is crazy
perfectly
because
fine. You bought it. You want to burn it. Knock yourself out. It's not gonna offend
that's
me,
what's
man.
crazy. The people that are against us were the ones that said they were never going to Nike again in the first place. Like,
Yeah, it's the
And
same
now here they come again.
they got more sneakers to burn.
it's like, you said you didn't. Like, what are you doing?
It's the same group of
It's the
people.
same group of people. So it's like, did y'all come back to Nike? I seen this.
It's
cat-
also the same group of people that, like, if Colin Kaepernick was their quarterback and led him to a Super Bowl championship, they would root for him.
Oh,
You know what I mean? It's
100% fact.
stupid.
Anyway,
Like they would, if they like say their team was ABC football, and then they brought him, signed him, they would rail against the signing. Then the second their quarterback's knee goes out, Colin Kaepernick comes up, wins the game. Oh, what a hero! Won the game. They win the Super Bowl. One hero. The
greatest of all time.
That's the biggest thing that bothers me about that stuff is everyone who gets that bent out of shape is a hypocrite. Period.
We got Tinker Air Max 1, Sketch and Schematics.
I mean, I don't think it's terrible, but I just don't see.
What? Those joints are fire.
I think they're dope.
Stupid though.
I think those are a lot better.
They're not fire.
I think they're.
I wear them.
Listen, you've been using fire for a lot of stuff lately. You got to chill out. Your wife even said chill out, by the way. So
Shit, tell me to chill out on saying fire.
I think
she told you to chill out on shoes, period, which means the same thing. Anyways.
They're better than the Tinker 3s, though.
Of course.
At least they didn't. At least they didn't make like an actual shoe based on a drawing.
You can get a white Air Max and just draw it yourself. Like it's not that.
All right, we can do that for a lot of.
You right, but that's my point. It's not fire. It might be okay. It's better. It's above average, or it's nice.
Them joints are fire.
No, it's not.
They're cool.
I do like the drawn in ones better.
So you gotta describe what fire means because you've been saying fire for a lot of mediocre stuff.
What does fire mean?
You tell me. You've been saying fire for a lot of mediocre stuff.
What does fire mean to me?
You've been saying fire for stuff that you wouldn't pay retail for lately. Yes.
Okay.
You have been.
That don't mean nothing. If I know it's gonna go on sale, who cares? It can be fire and go on sale. I found fire at the outlet.
But Greg, if you wouldn't pay retail for it, then you don't want it.
Mistakenly, you.
No. Okay. Is
the
fire
most
the
insane
upper
taste
echelon of sneaker? Like,
fire is you would do anything to get the shoe.
Whoa. Like fire, because that's fire.
You took that like LeVar Ball.
You use it.
You're like, whoa. Yes.
Settle down.
I think
you thought it was innuendo.
I think it's a little like. I don't know.
I'm talking about camp
I think
out.
It has to do with the inflection. Like,
talking about camp out.
Those are fire,
sign your son up for an extra raffle. I'm talking about stuff like
Bring
that.
the fam. I've done that before.
Sean Weatherspoon's fire. This
mean-
Tinker shoe, it's okay. It's cool. It's not fire. Stop using fire for mediocre stuff.
So fire is for all the hype, dope, hard to get stuff.
No.
I hate
Crepes.
Sean Witherspoon.
Crepes, whatever. Fire.
I do. I don't. This is not a good looking
Crepe
shoe.
is not hyped at all. Fire.
Okay.
Crepes are fire.
All right.
This Tinker is not in that.
So what would you
What would you describe it then? If it's
It's
not
a
fire?
white shoe with writing on it.
You talking about both of them, right?
I don't know there was
The
both
red
of
one.
them.
Oh, so you're talking about the white one with
white
the outline
with
in black.
Oh, you're talking about the okay. So you're talking about the shoe that looks nothing like the other one. You're talking about the one with the red.
Yeah, with the red and the
It's not fire. It's nice. It's not fire. It's better than the white one.
Yeah, way better than the white
It's
one.
not fire.
I like the
though.
white
It's
one.
nice.
The white one looks like some blueprint. I mean schematics.
That's what I'm
but-
talking about. I
think
thought you were
there's-
talking about that the whole
Oh,
time.
no, that was I. It's
Okay,
it's
all right, fine. We
But the
agree
red
on
one
that.
is fire.
It's not fire.
Oh,
It's
it's fire,
nice.
though. It look
I would
like-
pay retail for it, but it's not fire.
I think there's still a delineation
I
of.
thought you were talking about the white one the whole time.
A delineation.
I thought we were
Yeah,
talking
of
about
like,
too.
that's
like,
fire,
fine, I
or
wear it,
bro, those
whatever.
are fire. Like you obviously
but I'm
know
not-
the
but I'm not
difference.
going out of my way to
It's in
buy
the
it.
inflection.
Yeah, see that I agree with Rico on that. Weatherspoons, bruh, those are fire.
Oh my god! Yes, you created a whole new level for shoes. But that's what you're talking
That's
about.
what it is. I could be like, oh, those are fire, sir.
Rico
But,
did.
bruh, those are fire, bruh.
Those are fire.
Yes.
No, I get
Indeed.
that. Can we do that?
What are you talking
We
about?
don't do that. Bro, you've done that for a lot of stuff where you like, bruh, it's in the most flame emoji.
I'm not going. Listen, I'm not going, bruh, for crepes. But crepes are fire. I paid retail for
All
crepes.
right, cool. What do
But
you
they're
go,
fire.
bruh, for?
Well,
You've done it before.
Recently,
I should search bruh in my
Aim Leon
text.
doors.
What is that?
The Aim Leon doors. The
Okay, I'm gonna
997s.
search fire.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna search fire.
Search
I'ma
fire
search
and
fire
look
and see
at that thread and see what comes up.
Or I'm gonna search the emoji.
Because there are certain ones that he's like lost his mind for in the text thread, and it has bruh, flame emojis, it had volcanoes, it had everything.
Yeah, you right.
There's a volcano emoji. I don't know anything about phones. I don't
When
know
you got a
this.
Samsung.
I do. What's wrong with Samsung?
Oh God, what's wrong with it? Come
Bruh.
on, man.
I don't have a single Apple product. That's a 100% fact.
Is
So
this for a reason?
we haven't. Well, I mean, no, not really.
Oh,
It just
okay,
kind
I
of
thought-
happened that way.
Oh, I thought.
I feel like I've been with Galaxy so long that for me to be like, oh, I'm gonna switch the iPhone.
Wait, you got
like that's
Galaxy
crazy.
too?
No,
Oh, the
I
iPhone?
got
Oh.
blue bubbles. Okay, when that green bubble
Oh,
pops
that's
up,
right. All right.
I don't know nothing about bubbles.
Probably the last
Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls.
the last fire shoe that I copped that I paid retail for was Jordan 1 Low SB.
That's
Okay, are
beast.
those fire or blood? Oh no, that's one you text.
Oh.
That's one you text me. It was like, fam, these joints are crazy.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
You said something like that.
I sent a picture with that dude, had him on foot, and I said they're way better on foot than I originally thought because I didn't like the
that was
Jumpman
the
on
first
there.
text.
The Jumpman on the vamp is the most fire part of that shoe.
Not to me.
He thought it was the entire toe box. He was like, it's
Yeah,
a
I
lot
thought it was
tinier than I
it was
thought.
gigantic.
Yeah, it's like right.
But when you got them, they came to your house. You was like, these joints are fire. You did. You lost it on those.
Oh, when I got them in hand,
All right. So,
I said I paid retail for them.
so paying retail to me means they're fire.
Yeah, but you're not paying retail for white Tinker outline sketches.
Not that
He's
one.
talking
You
about
would
the red
pay,
one.
yeah, of course, because
Yeah, the
people are
red
gonna
one,
have to,
I'll pay
because
retail.
those are gonna sell out.
The red one?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Because those are
No, they
fire,
ain't
bro.
bruh fire.
those
They're
are
cool.
bruh
They're
fire.
cool, but
Bro,
they ain't
imagine
bruh fire.
with the blue.
You said fire for.
Oh, and you know that.
You said fire for Ralph Sampson's. Which level of fire are Ralph Sampson's? Just like
Oh, Ralph Sampson's are
those are
fire.
Those are fire.
They're not
Sure.
fire.
Oh, no, they're not fire.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
Because I'm not paying retail for them. Retail on like 100, I think. But them joints are super fire. Them ones that from Kith, them low top Ralph Sampsons.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh my God. Them joints. Oh, you know what? Them joints are super fire. All right.
You gotta
I
chill
ain't
out.
paying.
So now they're super fire.
Super duper
But
fire.
I feel like
They
I
still
can
got a full size one on the website.
get, yeah, but you know why? Because I feel like okay, cool. I'm gonna get them for like $68 later. Actually, one day. I don't know when. When my wife.
these are dope, but they're not
With the
like
outlines? I
jump
like
through the
them.
window fire.
I mean, yes, I'm not saving on a backdraft. Like, it's not Armageddon. But them joints are fire.
Backdraft was a fire movie.
Backdraft fire.
I don't remember watching that.
Oh, I watched Backdraft probably like a month ago.
Oh,
don't
Backdraft's
know.
definitely a fire movie.
Yeah.
Now, Backdraft 2?
There was a backdraft too.
Yes.
There
Who was in it?
was.
You didn't know there
need
was
Kevin
a
Bacon? I just feel like Kevin Bacon is always somewhere in those movies. There's something.
6 degrees away.
You didn't know there
from
was
that movie.
There's a Backdraft 2.
You gotta watch it.
No, it's not.
There is a backdraft too.
I think you're thinking of like Dante's Peak or something.
Yep,
Let me
Dante's
see.
Inferno.
Dante's Peak was fire.
Dante's
And
Peak
Volcano.
was a great movie.
Yeah.
Volcano 2.
We both can't reach our little ass arms.
Yo, this man is on fire.
What are you talking about, dude? There's not Backdraft 2.
79% like this movie. 4.8 on
4.8.
IMDb. Where's the Rotten
That's a
Tomatoes?
high
What's the real
rating.
shit?
Yo, this joint came out in 2019.
Oh, it
Only
did?
came out this.
No.
What?
No.
It says 2019.
It does
It
say
might be a
2019.
remake. This ain't the same
Why would
movie.
they remake the sequel? They remade the sequel.
No. That's not
No,
what
I
I'm
think there
talking
was
about.
a backdraft too.
No, there wasn't. Why would you call a movie a 5-hour Backdraft 2? Like,
What do you mean?
Back to the backdraft.
yeah, it shouldn't be called Backdraft. There's no such thing as Backdraft 2. I think that's a parody.
William Baldwin is in it.
I think it was Dave Chappelle's skit.
All right. And Donald Sutherland's in it too.
William Ball, you know it was whack then.
Donald Sutherland's a Hall of Famer.
He is,
Donald
but he has some whack movies too. He's had some whack. I watched this movie where these robots took over on this Russian ship. It had Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Sutherland, and I was like,
Yeah, so Speed 2.
no, it wasn't. It was like
Speed 2 Cruise
I
Control.
can't remember what it was called, but they like found this abandoned ship, and like this alien came down and built all these robots, and then the robots took over his body. It
Ghost
was
Ship?
a weird movie. Ghost Ship? No, it was a Ghost Ship. It was a weird movie. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Because I would have just tipped the robots over, but they were like walking. They were walking through the boat like this, and they had mad strength, and I was like, "Yo,
You sat through this entire movie?
I watched too much. I had to."
You had to get to
I was
that.
like, "Yo, hit him with a buoy or something. Get like a fishing net." And I would have tossed the robot's head. He would just tipped over. We would have saved the day. That was a crazy movie.
We got a shock drop.
We do got a shot drop.
You ready, George?
He copped him too.
Oh, you did!
You bought the Giannis, didn't you?
No.
Oh,
I wanted to see him in hand. I copped too many
no, I
shoes this
sent you the
weekend.
thing.
I want to see him in hand
I
too.
sent you the link when it dropped, but I didn't buy it. You kidding me?
Are you gonna yell shot drop?
Fire.
Are you gonna yell shot
Do
drop?
I have to?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
George, can you count us down for the shot drop of the Giannis Freak 1? Count
3,
us down.
2, 1.5, 1 1/4.
Take me down to the very last. Screaming.
Is in his neck.
Love it. Jodeci vein.
Jodeci
Ooh, yeah. Jodeci veins, man. That's Jodeci veins with Boys to Men head movement. You know they moved their heads too much than Boys to Men. They was like, doing just fine.
And
they did it all. Oh, you know who did too much moving?
You are a wild person, though.
I was watching somebody, a classic singer, and I was like, Jagged Edge?
Genuine?
Who doesn't?
Genuine. No, I'm talking about like too much, like Cisco. Cisco did too much.
Well, he just danced.
You might reach this. Come on, girl. You know I need. Too much, huh? Don't be a hater. I want to see Jonathan Hand. I haven't seen it. You don't wear basketball sneakers, huh? Do you wear Jordans?
I mean, I have Jordans. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I've never seen you wear a Jordan. It's
I
always
don't
like
wear them that
Yeezys.
often.
Oh. You wear Yeezys like
Here,
everywhere.
Put this in
for
your
everything.
hand. No? In hand. There you go.
That's not true at all.
In the hand.
I think
Bro, those are fire. I don't understand.
the soul is fire.
I don't like that swoosh.
I think that's tight.
It's okay. I guess it's better on feet. It looks weird just a picture of
Ooh,
it.
them like Greek socks too?
Another shoe
Ooh.
that no one should be calling fire. Who's paying retail for this?
I'll pay retail for it.
No, you're
Bucks
not.
fans are?
It's already out.
I seen somebody, and I can't remember who it was. I think they listened to the podcast. They said they've been waiting their entire lives for a Bucks player to have a signature sneaker.
Oh yeah, people from
They had
Milwaukee
to
who are
cop,
Bucks
bro.
fans, I believe it, absolutely.
I mean,
But-
because all they really have is like PEs.
But why would you cop it?
Bibby and
Ray Allen.
PEs. Yeah.
Why would I cop it? I mean,
Why would
'cause
you not?
It kind of reminds me of a Kobe Bryant. Like if that was a Kobe shoe, I could
When
see
was the
Kobe
last time
playing
you
that.
copped a Kobe?
Have you seen the brand new Kobe? Oh my god, one of the worst shoes I've ever seen in my entire life. It's clear. One, the entire shoe is clear. Two,
Kobe plays soccer now or something.
Two, it has
What do you
no
expect?
laces. It has the Jordan 33, like pull it, zip your shoe down, and Velcro around the ankle, and it's clear. I'm talking about the shoe is clear.
The only shoe that did that right
translucent.
is the Puma Disc Blaze. No one else should be doing the zip tie.
Puma Display
Close
is one of
it.
the most uncomfortable sneakers of all time as well. They are so bad. All Pumas are uncomfortable. though.
Okay,
Stop.
no, I was
What?
gonna say something.
Our 698s are
Say it.
comfortable. Our 698s are comfortable.
Only Puma Romas are comfortable.
As well
Oh, you wearing
as
R6?
Puma
somebody's?
Suedes, RS6s, RSOs are comfortable.
I haven't had.
I don't know if
Puma
comfortable.
Prevail OGs are comfortable.
RSXs are comfortable.
Stop it.
I'm
You
dead
said they're
Oh
more
my
comfortable
God.
than
Dead
Boost.
serious. No, I didn't. I said it's very
It
comfortable.
rivals.
It can't be more comfortable than a
Knits.
Ultra Boost because the Ultra Boost upper is also part of the comfort and it's knit. This shoe is not knit on the top.
If you say something about Nick,
If you think the only thing that makes comfort in a shoe is the midsole, you're insane and shouldn't be on a sneaker podcast.
I don't think it's the only thing that provides comfort, but you talk about the upper on the shoe like, fam, the knit on the top of my foot, crazy.
It helps your foot move and breathe.
Bruh, fire.
What am I missing here?
All right. Makes my shoe foot breathe. All right. We got anything else?
And have free movement.
Free movement. Yeah, just in case you got to run. I know I saw that. Donald Trump Jr. is crazy, too.
That is
Oh,
wild.
that Russian.
The Russian one? Yeah.
I used to love Donald
Insane.
Trump, huh? I tried it for The Apprentice, all
I
right?
used to love The Apprentice.
You'd have been
for
fire on
real.
The Apprentice.
Right. You
That's
know,
a thought TV show.
when it first came out, it was fire, all right?
Yeah.
The Apprentice, let me tell you, first of all, I stood in line at the casino. They had to try it at the casino. I stood in line literally all day in the blazing Arizona heat. I got interviewed by Caribe, I think that's her name on 1212 News. Oh, my goodness, she's so fine. Interviewed me, whatever. I'm like, yeah, you know, had my suit on, our shirt was ironed, but I thought I was good. But they put about 80 of us in one conference room and said, 2 minutes, immigration, go. And you just start yelling. And then they be, all right, thanks, guys. And you walk out. I was like, what? Like, it was nuts. I was like, so that's how you guys choose people for this show? Like, it was I'm talking people in there dressed in the nines. Cats had resumes. They thought, like, you walk in and you get a one-on-one, like, hey, how you doing? I love, yada, yada. No, they walked in. We sat in the biggest room ever. And they were like, immigration, go. 2 minutes. And everybody's like, oh, it's bad. Ah. Everyone just started yelling. And they were like, all right, thanks, guys. Bye. And we walked out, went home. Facts. So I got stories for days. So I've been out here, B. You know what's crazy? You know, never mind. I was gonna tell that story about DC though. I might say that for another time. Though. I asked my wife I gotta tell that story though, because she was mad about that as well. Though. Let's just never mind.
Tell
top
the story
10.
when you got the cell phone spiked on you.
Oh, that's a different story.
You should tell that story.
Who's spiked the cell phone on you?
I went to this party. Oh, I sent it to you, right?
You told me about it, and you
No,
sent
but
me
I sent the picture. Yeah, no, I went to this party at this hotel. It was at the hotel. We went to this hotel first, and it was this girl in there. This girl thought she was so fine. I'm talking like she thought she was flawless, and she had this crazy looking booty. So I just took a picture of it and I sent it to George, and then like I got home late.
Like
and
the
fell asleep.
outfit and everything she had on was weird too.
Crazy. All right, she looked like a Supreme. Like I'm talking like Diana Ross and Supreme. Like, she looked crazy. All right. I laid on the couch, and then my wife, like, I must have had the phone open on the picture. I don't even know why. And I'm on the couch asleep, and my wife got the phone and spiked it on my chest, like, yes! I woke up. She was like, what is that? I was like, man, I sent that to George. We was laughing. Like, banged it off my chest. I got another story, too, about these girls in D.C. who wanted to buy cocaine. It was crazy. What? And I buttoned down Rocio. Rocio listened to the whole conversation. I told you that.
I don't remember.
Oh, I proposed to my wife twice. Like, the first time she said no. Actually, she said she should think about it. But we weren't together, so I was in D.C. And we weren't together when I was in D.C. So I'm, like, hanging out with these girls. Me and my friend hanging out with these girls that we knew. They were friends. And I butt dialed this old BlackBerry phone. The BlackBerry that was like a brick. Butt dialed it in my pocket. Had no idea. She listened to everything. These girls was like, let's go buy cocaine!
Oh,
I was like... Yo, my wife was calling everybody at AZ to call me. My phone was blowing up. Willis called me. Willis was like, yo, man, Rocio called me like, yo, you with some girls buying cocaine? I'm like, what? Rocio was heated. And she was supposed to be thinking about whether she wanted to marry me or not. I had panicked.
I like
to
how you
propose to
think
her.
that took away from her time.
I had only
thinking
proposed
about...
to her because I panicked because I was going to D.C. to work. And I thought, like, yo, I can't leave her here. She might get snatched up, so I got to propose. So I went to her job. I proposed her at work, like, at the bank. You know when you go into the bank? Nah, man, you know when you go... I had bought a real... I had spent everything I had on this ring. You know when you go to a bank...
You must have sold all
and
your
you want to
shoes.
go apply for a
shoes, yeah.
loan. Yo, fam, can we stop talking about shoes? I applied... You know when you go to a bank and you apply for a loan?
Sneaker pocket.
And you used to write your name on the thing and someone would come out and, like, read the thing. Greg Robinson? You want to go next? She worked in the back. So I just wrote my name on the thing. I said, Greg, could you... Like, can I talk to Rocio, please? So I went back there. I had, like, this big baggy clothes days. I had my ring, like, you know, I just slid across the table, like... You know, will you marry me? She was like, I'll think about it. True story, though. I went to D.C., came back, she said no, and then we broke up for like 6 months, and yeah.
He slid across like, we ain't getting no younger.
You're right. Yeah, jacket into the background. Keith Sweat sitting in the car. I was like, you sit here first. You come out the car. Don't come out yet because I don't want to, you know, make a scene yet, just in case.
You picked the worst live singer of all time
Just
to
in
make the
case.
case for you.
Yeah, you
Keith Sweat is the worst live performer in history.
He begs.
He has the worst voice.
Yeah, that
anyone
voice
has
is not good.
heard.
You're right. Although Slim from 112 is... His voice was a little weird too, but it works for him.
Oh, right.
It's better than Keith Sweat.
Yeah,
You
Keith
need to
Sweat
chill
was
out,
like
man.
whining, dude. It sounded like a cat on a fence. Remind me to tell this story about this crackhead in Oakland one time too. We tried to climb our fence, and my friend uncle got this
You got a
broom
lot
and
of
knocked him off the
stories
fence. Fam, he fell in the alley crazy, but he fell in the alley and went like, ah, like the crazy noise. Never forget that sound. There are sounds you won't forget.
My neck and my back.
All right, you want to do top 10?
Top dead.
Velociraptor was gonna eat you. You remember that noise?
You're right. I don't know if I ran on my first rabbit too on accident. Terrified. I thought I hit a kid. I went to the car wash. They made me sign a waiver to wash my car because it has so much blood on it. The rabbit went like, nah. I hit the brakes like, ah. I just...
Where did you hit a rabbit?
In the neighborhood, about 2 a.m. It's a true stories. Anyways, I'm going to write a book one day. It's going to be full of random stories.
Yeah, no one's gonna believe it.
They're all facts, though. These are 1,000,000% facts. All right. Anybody ready for top 10? You ready, Anna? Who you
Ready.
texting? Devin Booker or that girl? Who you texting?
Nobody.
I might get nosy. All right. So you guys ready to do this?
Honorable
George has a
mentions.
flight to catch. The Boost Knob travels. Top 10 comedies from television/streaming services to us.
Yes.
Now, how did you make your list, Rico?
What do you mean? How did I make my list?
Based off it being super funny?
Your
mean, it's-
criteria.
What was your criteria?
It's gotta be funny. It's gotta have it's gotta be quotable. is another one I had. It's gotta.
That's a good one. I didn't
It's gotta pave the way for the future. It's gotta
pave the way for the future.
It's gotta be groundbreaking in some way. I mean, there's a lot of I thought about. Yeah.
Okay. You have the same criteria? Because you said some of yours aren't funny.
Some of mine was just based on like nostalgia stuff I might have watched when I was a kid, and you watch it now, and it's not funny at all. But
see how you could do
like
that.
Space Jam.
Why can we do that?
I feel like funny means forever.
Well, like last week you said Family Matters was like in your top 20 ever, but that's not really that funny now if you watched it. It got weird at the end too.
I don't really know if I ever really thought Family Matters was funny.
But it's a sitcom.
Yeah. And we didn't do like studio audit. Like you could do.
Oh, I mixed between single camera and
right.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I never laughed one time in my entire life when Urkel said, "No, I do that." Never laughed once.
What?
It was not funny at all.
You're grumpy.
He went to school with
It's the
Jaleel
grumpiest
White.
ever. Oh, you did?
My dentist did too. He was talking about
Rival high school.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, he
gotcha.
went to UCLA. My dentist
He
went
went.
to UCLA.
He went to South Pass.
Went to high school together. They thumb wrestled.
Sounds
Maybe
wild.
that's why you didn't like him.
That sounds wild.
Greg, you got
I told this story
I
before.
did.
My high school, they came to play us at home, our house, and I was a freshman. He was a senior, and they, you know what I mean, in our arena. Thank you.
This is our house.
All right, yes, that's exactly how it was in high school. And something happened, like a hard foul. People just ran out of the crowd, and a riot started. And all you seen was him get up from the bench. He never played in high school, at least in the games that I saw. He got up from the bench and sprinted directly to the locker room. He wanted no part of that fight. None. And I don't blame him either, because he was worth a lot of money at that point.
George was chasing him.
Yeah, right. I was
Hey,
sitting in the crowd. I was not on varsity as a freshman. I tell you that much.
Did you just move to Monrovia High later, or?
No, why?
Went to Rancho Cucamonga High.
I don't even know where that is.
It's a Rancho
Rancho Cucamonga.
No, I was born in Arcadia and moved to Monrovia when I was in like 3rd grade.
Oh, but you went to South Pass?
No, he
I'm
said
so
I went to
confused.
I went to Monrovia High School.
I
He
should
said I
listen.
went to school with him. Yeah, probably. That might help. He said we were playing their team, so it was South Pasadena at Monrovia.
Oh, okay. There
Yes.
you go.
And
I
he
should
would.
have been listening.
Rico's a New York kid. He has no idea what's happening.
None. Monrovia,
And a fight
Rancho
broke out, and
Cucamonga.
he got off the bench and sprinted directly to the locker room for safety.
I think Joel Santana said that in a song, and I think that's the only time I ever heard the words Rancho
No, on
Cucamonga.
Friday.
No,
on the
next
next
Friday.
Friday.
Friday after next.
Oh,
Your man's Michael Rappaport was the one playing the mailman.
I hate Michael Rappaport, dude.
Oh, God.
He has his moments where I'm like, oh,
Michael
God.
Rappaport is funny. Though.
He's funny, but he doesn't tell them, like, all right, chill out.
Now, he's
he's
over
funny.
the top. Yeah, you're right about that, but he's funny.
All right, honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions.
Let me go for honorable mentions?
Yes.
Honorable mentions. Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've only watched so much of it.
I haven't seen it at all.
It's funny, but I haven't finished the season, like the series.
Make me up when you're done.
It's funny, but like I have no desire to watch it. So I got Sanford and Son. Sanford and Son is hilarious. George, you'll find Sanford and Son hilarious.
Wake me up when you're done.
Mic on? Yo. Oh, it's yo. Oh, okay. I think George isn't on.
Mine is.
Wake me up when you're done. I have no
on?
idea. My arm was on the thing.
There you
I
go.
don't even know.
Is mine on?
Yours is on. Nope. Now mine is on.
Yeah, now he's on.
Cool.
Dang.
I wonder how long people not hearing me.
Nah, it was. And I got Parks and
He
Rec.
would tell you because he has headphones.
Parks and Rec is a great show.
It is, but it should be in the top
I
10,
tried to
not
watch
in
that.
honorable mentions.
You have Parks and Rec in top 10?
Yes.
Honorable mentions.
Parks and Rec gave us at least 2 of the greatest characters in television history.
Okay.
And also,
yeah.
no, 3.
Okay.
And also started careers.
We'll talk about it.
Important people.
You're right. We'll get to it.
We're gonna talk about it. Yeah. My honorable mentions. He said Curb Your Enthusiasm. I have Seinfeld honorable mention.
I don't have Seinfeld nowhere.
Oh, for real?
I've only seen one episode.
Larry
I
David
think-
is the greatest
Larry
writer in history.
Larry David is a genius.
good.
Is a comedic genius, and he went to my high school, Sheepshead Bay High School. What up?
Dang, everyone's going to high school, all these people.
Right?
Dang.
Larry David is sponsored by Etnies, I think, or
Damn, that's fire.
or America, or one of them skate brands.
Another honorable mention, just because I didn't watch a whole lot of it, but it's still super funny, is Martin. I have honorable mention. And I didn't
put that
watch.
anywhere.
I didn't watch enough. I feel like I didn't watch enough of the show to put it in my top 10. That's the only reason. Now that could change.
I knew that was.
If I go back and watch, bruh, I'm sorry.
I'm
All right?
sorry, man. Shut up.
I have,
Outta here, huh?
I have a ton of other honorable mentions, but I want to mention one more. Scrubs. I have honorable mention.
When were you born, anyways? What era are you? He might not have been that era yet.
No. I was. I didn't watch a whole lot of it. To be fair.
All right, great.
And Scrubs, my other honorable
Wow,
mention.
Scrubs was funny on NBC, and then went to ABC. It was weird.
Oh, I forgot it switched.
Yeah.
All right, should I do mine?
Scrubs just had
Yeah.
a weird premise to begin with. Like,
It did.
I just never watched it.
I like the characters, but it was weird. What you got?
All right, I got a lot of honorable mentions. Married with Children.
ooh, that's a good one. I didn't put that on my list. That's a really good one.
Oh,
Come on, everybody watch
I
that.
love that one. I love Married with
Yeah.
Children, but I don't know if I would put it. in
There's
my
gonna be
top
things that people say that I
not
don't
my
have
top
on here
10,
that
it's
should
my
be on
honorable.
here.
I like 70s Show.
That's a good one.
10. Never seen an episode.
The one that's really, really, I'm gonna be honest, is a nerd show, but it's really, really good. And I don't know if you guys are gonna have it on there. Is the one?
Freaks and Geeks.
No, not Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks is a good show.
Freaks and Geeks is probably one of the greatest made shows of all time. I didn't
Facts.
watch it
I
when it
never
was
watched
on
it.
TV.
That's
so it's not on
everyone
my
and their
list.
mom that you know is on that show. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Seth Rogen,
Yeah.
and all that's how they're all
John,
their
John
careers
Franco?
their careers broke. No, the one where the kids work at Caltech and
Oh yeah, of
Bang.
the
course.
girl, Big Bang Theory. There you go.
come
Oh no, I've
That's-
never seen that show. That show's not funny though.
That show is
Yes,
not
it is.
funny.
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
Oh, what? Good.
It is. It's not on my list.
Stop it.
No, no,
That
no.
show is so good. That's on
That's
my
the
list.
point. Stop.
Whoa.
That's the show. That's the
you
show that.
didn't watch it. That's why.
That's the show that is actually really funny, but people probably won't admit they think it's funny.
It's
It's not
funny.
on my list. It's not on my
I
honorable
admit it.
mentions. It
Bruh.
probably deserves a mention at some
Not
point.
funny, though.
Yeah, it is.
Stop it.
Well, we mentioned it, so there.
Yeah.
there we
it's
go.
getting mentioned again.
Oh, wow. It is not funny. Now, How I Met Your Mother was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
I didn't think How I Met Your Mother
That
was
was
funny
funnier than
either.
that, though.
It was funny for the
that show was
first
whack,
2
man.
seasons.
I
You gotta chill
was
out.
just too late for that. I don't know. Like I should have started watching it when it came out, but I didn't. All right, I got Married with Children, 70 Show. I like those what were they called? TGIF back in the day.
Of course.
Full House, Boy Meets World, Family Matters.
Oh yeah.
They were good, but they weren't funny.
Mr. Cooper.
I was way too old to be watching.
Hey!
I was way too old to be watching. This show was a Disney Channel show, Even Stevens with Shia LaBeouf. I was in
Stevens.
I know the
college. I
show,
think
but it was an awful
Wait,
show.
wait,
that was a good show. It was hilarious.
We don't say Shia LaBeouf here. We say Witwicky. You know? Anytime you talk about Witwicky, you just say Witwicky.
show
And
was
I
whack.
also picked New Girl.
New Girl's
New Girl's a
very
good show.
funny.
New Girl's good, but
It is
they
good.
switched casts up too many times.
Never switched to once. The
With
Coach,
Coach?
More
but
than
then
that.
at one
But he would
time,
come and go.
yeah,
Yeah, he-
come
That cat and Damon Wayans' son is one of the two, one of the greatest
Coach is
pairings of.
Damon
And they
Wayans'
had that collab
I don't
with
know listen,
some other show.
I don't know the characters. I don't
No,
love the show.
Cops.
It's one of those things where it's a good show. I don't love the show, but the dude who plays the white guy, he's been in a lot of movies.
He's the voice of
He was in
Spider-Man.
Tag.
Peter
Yeah.
Parker.
Peter Parker.
Oh,
Peter
really?
B. Parker.
On the
yeah.
Spider-Verse
In
movie.
Spider-Verse.
And he was where they played cops, where they act like they were fake
Yeah.
cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be cops.
Oh, he was in Jurassic World.
Tag. But I'm
Tag,
saying
too.
him and Damon Wayans Jr.
Right.
is a comedic duo. All right. Now I don't know about that show. No, they're pretty good together.
Well, they're
they got
funny
a
together.
lot of chemistry. You know. Pause.
I like ensembles.
Yeah,
So
that was
What is
also
that?
big
That's
on
a-
my
that was a
list.
good one.
What's
Like
that?
the whole cast.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
How-
I love that.
Like, you talking about a show.
cohesiveness.
I was like, what's on
I never heard
HBO?
that.
I was like, oh, yeah.
HBO.
I'm gonna write that down.
Bruh.
There was a show that Damon Wayans Jr. was in Happy Endings. It was an ensemble show.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like a
Hilarious.
show
bro.
about-
Got
Aren't they bringing
canceled.
that back? They're bringing it back.
Please tell me they bring that back.
I thought they
I'm
were.
talking fun.
That sounds like a show about Robert Kraft. Huh?
What's your
Honorable mentions.
Arrested Development. Are you laughing because you have it in your top 10? Is that why you laughing?
Keep going, George.
The
Okay, I'm
League.
with you.
What?
Oh, The League's a good show.
In your top 10? Is
love
that
The
why?
League.
I've never seen the
Where-
league.
I've never seen it, but I heard
Let's
it's
keep
good.
going. The
No,
League
no.
is very good.
Speak up. I know that talks
The
about
League. The League is so good.
The League has created one of the greatest characters in TV show history.
Mm-hmm.
Rafi.
Rafi.
is One of the greatest characters
when he's
ever.
like, oh, do you still have those awesome butt plugs with Bert and Ernie's face on them? And the dude's like, those are my children's tubby toys. She should not play with those. Those should be burned. That's one of my favorite lines of comedy history.
I don't know what's going on.
The best Rafi shit to me was when he went in the office and they done having the conversation. He was like, "I'm taking this eagle." It made no sense whatsoever.
Okay, see, that should be in your top 10. It sounds like if you got some of the greatest television character of all time, that should be in your top 10.
The top 10 is already too good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
The league is fired.
You got other honorable mentions?
Yeah. Party Down. You guys might not know.
Party Down is great.
Party Down.
Are we having fun yet? You got to go back. That's another one.
Stars and
Adam Scott,
streaming.
Lizzie Kaplan.
Yeah, Lizzie Kaplan.
Is it still on?
I think those were the only two.
No, it was only 2 seasons. And
Martin Starr, he was on it too?
Yeah.
Martin Starr was
99 and
fucking
2000.
everything.
Or I mean, 2009, 2010.
Party Down.
Yeah, it's good.
When
it's
you watch
really
it, you'll recognize all the people
everybody.
Is Martin on it?
Huh?
Nothing.
Martin Starr is the dude who's on Silicon Valley.
He's on Silicon Valley. He was in Freaks and Geeks.
Silicon Valley is hilarious.
Silicon Valley's funny.
You're the Worst, and then Blackish.
I've never seen
never
You're
heard
the
of You're the
Worst.
It's on
Blackish
FX.
is very. It had very funny. I don't know if I like for myself laughing hilariously, but there's a lot of clever stuff in it.
Yeah.
I love Blackish too, but it might be someone's list. So I won't say it. All right, I'm gonna go with my top.
Oh, the other ABC show better be in someone's top 10 because it's in mine.
Okay, number 10, Goldbergs. Okay. I wanted to put it higher, but now that they got so old so quick, it's like damn, like they were kids and now they're like old now.
Talking about the wrestler.
Yeah, I would watch that show if they had a show with a bunch of
I told you a long
Goldbergs.
time ago. I don't watch it.
Everybody spearing each other. I'd watch the shit out of that.
Catastrophe, number 9.
Ooh, yes,
It's on
Amazon Prime with
I've
Sharon
never seen it.
Horgan. It's a good show.
I like Sharon Horgan, but I've never
She's
seen it.
very
You
funny.
guys watch a lot of TV.
It's a very. How do you not?
Do you fly ever? Like you gotta.
Yeah.
What do you do on a
Yeah.
I
plane?
watch The Office.
Yeah, that's fair. That's where we're gonna.
That's
get to
all I
that.
do on
Keep
flights
going.
is watch. If a game is not on live on the Southwest Live TV, I have like 5 shows or whatever to watch.
The Office seasons
got you.
1 through 9.
Catastrophe
Why?
at number
love
9
it.
is a great.
It's a
show.
really
Watch it
good
a
show.
repeat, probably.
Yeah.
Now
Watch a new
English
show.
English shows are a little like too
Sharon Horgan was super funny in
Date night or game night.
Yes,
Game Night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
good
funny
show.
in that.
Number 8, I got Community.
Okay.
Yeah,
My brother-
I thought
my
about
brother
putting
likes
an
that.
honorable mention.
Community was a really good
it
show.
launched I mean, Donald Glover was already a writer for
Right.
NBC for a long time, but it launched his career for the most part. And the
Dan
blonde.
Harmon.
And
Allison Brie.
what's her name?
A lot of
Allison
them.
Brie
Yeah.
and the blonde
And
was
Chevy
just in
Chase
that
launched
movie.
his career.
Oh, right.
Yes.
And that blonde was just in that movie with
I can't think of her
Party
name,
Girl,
but
or
I know what you're talking about.
Party Mom. What's the one with
Yeah,
Melissa
yeah.
McCarthy?
Oh,
Life of the Party.
Life of the Party, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but we haven't seen. Number 7, I got 30 Rock.
Yes.
30 Rock was so good.
So good.
And funny and
Tina
clever.
Fey
not that
is
funny.
brilliant.
Come on, man.
I mean, you got it there just because of what's
Tracy
the name?
Jordan's
Tracy, yeah.
funny.
He was funny in that.
So
Yeah, but you
funny.
got it there
And
only
he's
because of
funny.
him.
No, the show itself.
good
Baldwin,
show.
Tina Fey, all of them. The
Tina
guy,
Fey has good dry humor. I mean, she's the
Jack
writer of the show.
McBrayer.
Jack McBrayer,
Who played
come on,
Kevin
man.
the Page. It's a really funny show.
Funny. He also played the voice of Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It
He
Ralph.
played Felix. Felix Jr.
Fix It Felix.
Fix It Felix.
You never seen Wreck-It Ralph?
Of course I have. It's not that.
Oh.
That show's not that funny to me. Is the point? Like
Wreck-It Ralph?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Ralph is a cartoon.
No.
Oh,
Show that you're talking
All
about.
right.
Wreck-It Ralph is better than 30 Rock.
Number 6, I got the Wayans Brothers.
I'm fine with that.
Put that in. That should have been an honorable mention.
yeah, I
At least.
really
That
should've-
was good.
I
fucked
probably
up.
should have had it a little lower because the first 2 seasons of it was super weird. Like if you watch that, like it's like, yo, this is weird.
It's not in my top 10. It should be on my honorable mention.
But it is very funny though. It's a very funny show, and you should have it in your because it's New York.
Jamie
I should've-
Foxx show
yeah, I
probably
definitely
should be on
should've.
honorable mentions too.
It should
Not
be,
as
but
Absolutely.
Not as good.
I won't mention.
It had a lot of good times.
Yeah, yeah.
Had a
It really
lot
did.
of
Good, whatever.
A lot
It
of
really
good,
did.
good times.
Oh, I forgot Living Single too.
That
Let's
Living
watch
Single, another good one.
Dang it.
I
I forgot about
Single
all
funny,
of these
though.
shows.
Funny. It's just a great show. I just
It
love
was
Yeah,
just
it
show
is a
that
really
I
good show.
watched.
But I didn't fall over like
They
laughing.
always had a topic that was serious that like made it like.
It was
I
like
barely remember
you
it.
know,
So
it was
Maybe that's
90s
fine.
kind of girls, you know. Anyways, what you got number 10?
Number 10, Bob's Burgers. Thought about a lot of
Cartoon,
animated
right?
shows.
I watched.
Someone
And-
is telling me to watch Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah, honorable mention. I meant to
Ooh,
say
Family Guy.
yeah, Family Guy and South Park.
Bob's
Should put
Burgers-
Honorable
Oh,
mentions.
South Park.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers to me is one of the best family units. Like they're all weirdos, but they're there for each other, and that's dope to watch.
drawn.
Number 9, Three's Company.
Oh, I like that show.
That's one of the ones.
So good.
When I said those lists of shows earlier, when I watched it as a kid, I should have said that too.
Chrissy or Janet,
Good
though.
one. Janet.
Love Janet.
All the way.
Regal Beagle.
Yes, sir.
Love
The
Three's
Regal
Company.
Beagle.
No, that's not
Yeah.
the question. The question is Mr.
Mr.
Roper
Roper
or
or
Furley.
Mr.
Furley,
Furley.
Yeah, that's the question.
Roper.
I go Furley. I go Mr.
Now,
I don't know.
if I had to pick a show from that era, I would have picked Mama's Family.
Oh, I used to watch that.
I don't think I would have picked. It was
You mean
Vicky
All in
Lawrence.
the Family?
No, Mama's,
No, Mama's Family.
It was
I
don't
Vicky
know what that
Lawrence.
is.
Yeah, I don't know.
See,
I'm not familiar with it.
yeah,
She's a grandma.
Yeah, she plays a grandma, but she's a young. It's funny.
Number 8, I have Friends.
That's so low.
I'm a
Silence.
I'm a mover, so whenever we're bringing couch up the steps,
Friends is
you're
very
thinking in your head,
Pivot!
pivot.
Listen, Friends.
Iconic.
Friends is very entertaining to me, but it's not on my list anywhere.
It's not even remotely funny. Though.
Bruh.
The whole like
What?
The whole
When he
like,
puts on all his clothes, and he's like, "You taking my underwear? I'm taking everything you own." And
You
Chandler's
been
like, "Oh my
you been looking at
god,
that?
that's funny as hell."
You been looking at that?
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah.
It's still in the frame.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you haven't been moving.
No, he says, could I
No.
be
Oh.
wearing...
Wearing any more
It's a
clothes?
little-
Well, if I wasn't going commando. So funny.
That's
all right.
Friends. See, noises like that
Friends.
stuff I don't find funny.
Noise.
I don't find stuff like that funny.
He doesn't make that noise.
We were on a break.
It's pretty funny.
It's a good show.
It's a good show. All the flashbacks.
It is poor writing. Though.
Number.
What?
That show is not funny.
You gotta chill out.
It's
Okay.
Yeah.
corn
Well.
funny.
You didn't knock
It's
it off.
like
Well, yeah.
speaker funny.
Corn
Like,
is
it's
good.
Weird.
It's good.
All
You
right.
barbecue it. All right.
yeah, but it's not on right
barbecue.
now. It was on 20 years ago. Like, what do you expect?
It wasn't funny then.
Number 7.
come on.
Okay.
Married with Children.
That's cool.
Iconic
I should have had an honorable mention.
family show. 4 touchdowns in one game. He sold
Al
shoes.
Bundy is
a sneaker podcast.
a legend. So I mean, it is what it is.
Legendary. Katie Seagal, legend too.
No, I'm saying the character of Al
absolutely.
Bundy. No one talks about like maybe they talk about like Kelly Bundy, I guess. If you're talking about other legendary characters from the show, but really only Al Bundy. I mean, there was like an Al Bundy reference out of the bar the other day. Somebody was talking about one of my friends I was with or something, and like the Al Bundy of high school baseball. I have no idea, but people just use that
He had his
reference.
touchdown.
He's also
Yeah, 4 touchdowns in one game.
He's also in a show right now. You could arguably
Steve, right?
he's in Modern Family.
Modern Family, yeah. that's
That
another
might
show.
be mentioned later.
Number 6, I have the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay.
Sneaker podcast.
There's a show that's funnier.
What it is.
That was way funnier than that, so I didn't have
Funnier than
That is-
Fresh Prince.
That's my 10 through 6.
way funnier. Did you do yours first?
I haven't done mine yet.
Mentions? Oh, okay.
Fresh Prince.
Freshman's was good.
You have a 6.
Dark Skin and Viv.
Oh yeah. Dark Skin and
That's what it was
Dark
about.
Skin
That's one of the
and
best
Viv was
episodes where she
best
did the dance.
better.
episode.
Yeah.
Man, she
bro.
ruled.
So good.
She ruled.
Man,
Loved it.
I don't need to chill out.
Bruh, there are some episodes of Fresh Prince that are like, I'm talking out of this world.
When you gotta
No,
when you gotta
no.
run the tables, the
No,
billiards.
the content,
Jeffrey Breakout, Lucille. I was like, bruh.
the content's fantastic, but it's not like a
No,
type of
there
comedy.
was. It was a
Alfonso Ribeiro made a whole career off of one dance move.
Okay, but you're corn. Yeah, you're speaking of corn. That's corn. That's
No.
corny, but
That
it's
wasn't
funny,
corny
but it's
because of
funny.
the setting of the show. They were rich people who were black that weren't supposed to be really that high in society, and they had been all raised with. They got a nephew from the hood, all raised of privilege. So him being a goofy nerd wasn't corny.
Why did they write that dance into the show?
He did it.
To
That was
get laughs.
No,
That was improv.
and then they left
That's
it in there.
brilliance.
That was a brilliant.
That's a choice, fam.
believe
There was a lot
I
of
don't believe that.
stuff in that show
Oh,
that
yeah,
was like
what's
off
his
the
name on the
cuff.
show?
That was
The
like
singer.
off, and they kept it in
I
there.
don't believe that.
When Jazz got thrown out, I think they said that
Every
wasn't planned.
time.
I think,
That
I
wasn't
think
planned.
when he got thrown out, that
Yo,
was not planned.
when they were playing like
Every
when they did Family Time and Drunk Tea and they were playing the symphony music and Jazz, and he said, "Yo, Jazz, turn that up," and Jazz went back there, started DJing on it. One of the funniest scenes ever. All right.
The stripper dance.
Whenever you hear that song, that's the only thing you think of.
Always. All right.
Yeah.
I know you're not disrespecting Fresh Prince.
And a
bro.
number
I'm
10.
not, but it's
You
not a
could-
top 10 funniest show
I don't
to me. By far, it's
All
not.
right, what you got, Anna? Is that it?
All right, number 10, Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
See, again, not funny, but I loved that.
I mean,
show
it was a
at the
comedy,
time.
but it's not. Yeah.
Every Saturday
even-
morning, I'd be waiting for Saved by the Bell to come on.
I love it. I have all the DVDs.
Even when they touched on the serious stuff, it was still super funny.
Come
like
on.
when Homegirl got addicted to all the
Yeah.
pills. Like, I'm
The
so excited.
Yes, that was the best.
I'm cracking up like, bruh.
Fam. Love
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by
One
the
of
Bell's
the best episodes of television
Yeah.
ever.
Number 9, I Love Lucy. I
a
could
good
just
one.
watch that all the time, probably.
good
Like
one.
I watched it recently. I was like, this is just a watchable
It
show.
just holds up.
Watched it, but I didn't find her funny. Like,
Stop it.
I was like, yo, you just a disaster, man.
That's the premise
She
of the
did
show.
it so well.
And the husband was so like, oh, damn. I was like, no,
the show.
fam.
The husband? You mean Ricky
Ricky
Ricardo?
Ricardo.
Ricky Ricardo.
I know who it is. He was her husband.
Why are you being disrespectful? Let's say Ricky Ricardo.
I couldn't think.
Number 8.
What's number 8?
Modern Family.
Okay.
Okay. I won't remember at that.
That's a good one. Fresh Prince.
Okay.
At what? Number 7?
Yep. Wait. 10, 9, 8, 7 is Fresh Prince, and then Big Bang Theory.
Gotta put it-
Number 6.
You gotta put a number next to it.
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang is
is
funny.
It's
not
good.
funny.
It's funny. It's low key
It's so good.
underrated and
So
overlooked.
It's funny for people who are not like in that culture. Because
Isn't it
people who
your-
are in, it's like making a sneaker show. Like, oh, Nike this, and then everyone laughs, and it's like,
It's
wait,
not
what?
funny.
It's funny.
It's funny.
Is it in your top 10?
No.
Then you can't. You're saying some high
Do
praise.
you watch it?
All I said was it's
I've watched.
underrated
You gotta watch it more. Like you.
and underappreciated. That's not high praise.
Wait. Ooh, I forgot one that I really like.
You can say it. I don't
Go ahead.
mention.
Schitt's Creek from Netflix.
I still haven't watched it. People are telling me about this show and how
Dang, why
awesome
did I
it is.
forget it?
And
Yeah, somebody at work
That's
told me
all right.
about it.
I gotta watch
Okay.
it. That's on my list.
What's your number
Number 10.
Number 10, Veep on HBO.
Yes.
Never seen it.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus,
It's about what?
maybe
15 seasons
one
in?
of the funniest
5
women
or
of all
6.
time.
Oh, I might
it just
watch it.
ended this
Really?
season.
I
Yeah.
might
In
start
it
it
forever.
I think I might
Yep.
start it with Rocio.
You gotta watch it.
It's good.
Number 9, my bro. When he said "bruh man" fifth flow and he did like this, one of the funniest moments in TV
When the
history.
the clip that I always go back to is the little kid. I just didn't want to move to Arizona. I was like, I'm sorry, lady, Mark.
All
So
the characters
funny,
he
dude.
played, he deserves
Dragonfly
respect.
Shaniqua.
Zone, Shanae.
Shanae.
Oh, Shanae.
Yeah, you didn't watch
Classic.
Martin.
I said it. Hand up. I didn't watch a whole lot of Martin growing up.
Come
I did
on,
not.
man. When he did that scene from like, was it New
They
Jack
literally
City?
had an
And he
entire.
had that fake dog walking
Listen,
on that table.
they made Tommy's job an entire.
It was a whole
Shtick
bit.
about- yeah, a
and he
bit about
never
the
had a
job.
job. Man. That's why it should be higher than that. It should
And
be
Cole,
higher
you know
than
what Cole to me? Cole to me is like Maul. That's it. Like when you think about it like that, like
that. It should
Cole
be.
is Maul.
That should be higher than that. Man.
nah, I don't
It
think
should
so.
be way
Go ahead.
higher.
I
than
don't
that,
think so.
bro.
Number 8.
I mean, what you got? A number 1?
Fam, let's go.
Oh, you must have number 1.
Go.
I should have known better.
Go.
Number 8, The Office. You got mad at me when you were talking the U.S.
You
The
super-
U.S. version of The Office.
Yeah, I didn't like
Number
the
8.
BBC, but I like the England version.
Yeah.
English
Because
version
we
was
don't
whack.
we don't speak like them. We don't understand
I
their
watched
But
jokes.
some people say it's better.
Yeah,
A lot of
somebody.
people say
It
it's
is better in terms of like writing, performance, that kind of thing.
Nah.
But we don't associate because we're not from England. Like they don't understand
First of
our
all,
jokes.
It
and we
gets
don't
over
understand their
American
jokes.
heads a lot. Yeah,
Either
absolutely.
way, you said the U.S. version, and you have it way too low.
Yeah, that's low.
No, in your opinion.
Number
No,
7.
These are facts and opinions of Americans across the country. All right.
No, that's not true.
You can argue The Office is the greatest show of all time.
No, you can't. I literally looked at lists.
You could argue that.
I literally looked up
Depends on what
lists
you
from
like.
like IGN and all these media outlets. No one had The Office in the top 10 of anything, not even comedies.
Those lists were stupid. IGN.
You just literally said Americans think it's the best show of all time. You're wrong. I'm telling you. Number 7, Modern Family.
Okay.
Still on TV today.
Absolutely. Yep.
One of the funniest shows on television now and forever.
You got Modern Family above The
I don't know
Office?
about that.
God,
Funnier than
bro.
The Office.
Modern Family.
Oh my
no,
God!
no.
You did not say Modern Family is funnier than The Office.
Funnier
Like,
than
you
The
can like one better, but do not say one is funnier than the other.
Funnier than The Office.
Oh my gosh, you're out of your mind, no?
It's funnier than The Office.
You out of control, dude.
Bruh, you
What about it is funnier
funny.
than The Office?
Bruh, what are you talking about?
It's funnier than The Office.
Number
Yes.
6.
Number 6, The Simpsons.
It's a good one.
Simpsons?
It's a good one.
The Simpsons is made you laugh out loud?
Are you insane? Yes. Are you insane?
The Simpsons love it. Well, the probably top 5 greatest show of all time as well. But
Okay.
Simpsons in your above The Office in comedies?
Why do you think? What is this with The Office?
It's probably
Greg, number 5.
What is wrong with you?
Bro, I'm
Wait,
about
did you get
this
to number
close,
6?
bro.
Yeah, you got
yes.
That
his
was
6
it?
was a
Simpsons?
Dude had The Simpsons.
You just wait until people disagree with you again, like other 162 episodes, and then finally you'll understand.
Number 5, Atlanta.
Too low.
Too low. First of all, it's just right.
That does no, it's not. It's too low.
The show
I
has.
thought you were gonna say it's only been on for 2 years, and no, it
it's only
doesn't
been
matter.
on a show.
It's the second greatest writing in television history.
Stop right there.
No, I'm not gonna stop.
You're right.
Actually, maybe third. Fargo might be ahead.
You're right. In the writing, it's only been on 2 seasons.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, 2 seasons. Now,
2 seasons of greatness, as opposed to like this right here with some
now
shows.
it has 2 episodes that you can argue are the greatest episodes in television history.
Yes.
The one with the invisible car that ran over everybody, and the barbershop episode when he got took all
Those
over
are your
town.
2 top.
Out of Atlanta?
Number one,
No.
number one, he's correct. Barbershop, I don't know if that's number 2.
No.
Fam.
It's funny, but I don't know if it's number 2.
Fam, bruh. That
a lot
episode
of-
I rewatched. I don't know how
The
many
one
times.
where they
ago.
went with Migos in the forest, this might be funnier than that
No,
one.
no, that was
No.
funny. That was funny, but not that one with the barbershop, bruh. He was trying to get a haircut all day.
Yeah,
duh.
you right.
And when the
Who's that?
somebody knocking,
Yeah?
Probably in that door. Either in that door or the office.
The Office, great show,
Come on, man.
bruh. Okay.
Number 4.
Number 4,
Way too low.
No, but before Atlanta,
Too low.
okay. When they rear-ended that
Celebrate
lady in the
greatness.
car, and he said, "Yo, we hit Asian today," but he described it, bruh. Come on, man.
Hey, celebrate,
Number 4.
celebrate greatness.
Number 4, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Nope.
Bruh, come on. The show is like the theme song alone. You could probably put in the top 3 theme songs of all time. Maybe top 2.
That has
Probably.
nothing
yeah.
to do with
No, I'm
the
just
good
saying,
show.
like, just how important that show is. Like, whoa, all right, and especially after it came from,
Iconic.
like, after like Cosby, like because it was like a newer version of Cosby, and it lasted forever. Like we saw them through everything. I'm just saying. Number 3, The Marvelous Mrs.
The fact
Maisel.
you didn't,
Bruh.
I didn't even know that was a comedy. Number 1, because I've never seen it.
It's funny.
I didn't know. Listen, I know it gets 9 point whatever ratings. I've read
I have
all
to
the
watch it
ratings.
still.
It's a
I've
good
never
show.
watched
I
it.
told you to watch
I
it.
didn't know
I
it
know,
was a
but
comedy.
I got
The
other
fact
things to
you
watch.
rode harder for The Office than Fresh Prince is insane.
Oh no, The Office is funnier than Fresh Prince.
Okay.
Number 2.
The Office is funnier than the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Period. There were times where Will Smith wasn't funny. There were times where he was extremely funny.
Next.
Okay. Number 3, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. That show is undeniable, bruh. Fire flames, all you want to say.
I can't disagree because I've seen it.
I wanted to put it at number 1.
Well, then you
really
would be
did.
wrong.
Yeah, you watch that show, you'll be like, "Man, this show is phenomenally
I don't
written.
care if
the
that-
show is hilarious. It's about a woman being a stand-up. The show is crazy funny.
Oh my God! I just realized I forgot something. All right, go keep.
Number 2,
Continue on.
Martin. Fam, Martin, I can watch forever. I've watched every episode, multiple seasons. All right, multiple times, all of them. All right, the show is hilarious. All right, period.
Sounds good, fam.
Number 1, The Office.
Okay.
That show is so cleverly written. It's relatable because it's when you work, you got a job and you work somewhere that's whack and bruh. The Office is so well
Your
written.
list might be the worst list you've ever done on the show, and that is 100% serious.
No, you're a wacko.
I don't think his list is that bad.
My list
100%
is perfect.
100% serious when I say that.
All right.
Number
You got Rico.
Number 5, I Love Lucy.
Number 5.
Lucille Ball.
That is
Lucille Ball is a
great.
trailblazer. What do you mean?
Are we arguing feminism and women's rights? You right. Like she set to pave the way for a lot of women. But number 5?
Number 5.
Number 4.
Number 4.
She did hijinks.
Stop it. All right.
Worked at a factory and like
Her hijinks was funny, dog.
Laverne and Shirley is better than I Love Lucy.
No, she traveled. She went to different places. They went to Europe. They went to Hollywood.
Laverne and Shirley is better than. Listen, none of us have Laverne and Shirley on the list. Laverne and Shirley is better. So that's all I'll hear about.
Number 4, The Golden Girls.
All right, I'm down with that. It's not on my list, but I'm down with that.
The pettiest 4 women of all time.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Amazing.
I know grown men who have like Golden Girls like sheets on their bed.
I
For
love
real.
Golden Girls, but fam, how old are you, dog? You got I Love Lucy number 5, Golden Girls number 4.
The Golden Girls is funny,
I mean, that stuff
fam.
is like still on TV Land or
If
whatever.
if your number 1 is like MASH or something.
Bro, we're talking timeless. We're talking it's still funny.
I asked Three Stooges earlier, and you guys acted like that was a little weird.
Number three, I got a slash.
There's no plot.
Number 3,
slash?
I have a slash.
Okay.
Number 3, I have The Office / Parks and Rec. I
They're
felt
cousins.
I felt like Parks and Rec was
Nah.
basically just The Office
Parks
with,
and Rec was more related
with
to
good
Community
people.
than the other one.
That's what I thought.
But again, they're so interchangeable. Steve Carell is a comedic genius. Jim is the most toxic character in the history of television. So
Dang, sounds like a hater.
extremely toxic.
Parks and Rec
All
was
right?
like the cousin to the
Karen
Office.
deserved so much better. Karen Filippelli deserved
come
so
on, real
much
names.
better.
Settle down. It's just Pam.
How you gonna get?
No, Karen was what's her ear?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Karen Filippelli. That was Rashida Jones.
Yeah.
Oh,
when,
yeah.
When after
That's right.
after the beach, when she walks on the coals, and Karen Filippelli's like, "Do you still have feelings for Pam?" He's like, "Yeah." And then he gets all mad because they talked about it every night. Like, bro, Karen Filippelli is putting in the work to try to work things out with you, and you're just gonna be like, "Bro, I don't want to talk about it, bro. You
Jim
can't move
was
down the street from me."
antagonistic, I
Rashida
would
Jones
say.
might be the most underrated comedic actress. I'm not gonna say in history, but of our era by far.
Facts,
By
because
far.
she is extremely.
She was
funny.
on that show. She was on Parks and Rec. She was on. There was another thing she was on in that era.
Oh,
and she now has her own show.
It's like a cop. It's like a spoof cop show
no,
on.
that's
Yeah,
what
she's
I'm
on
getting to.
TBS.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she has her own show right now. Hannah and I recorded, and it's just like a slapstick. Like it's like Airplane.
Yeah.
It's the cop
on
show.
TV. Yes, I know.
Oh, okay.
Number
But
2.
she was on something else in that era when she was on Parks and Rec and Office and something else. Underrated comedic actress. by
Number
far.
2. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Never seen her before.
Bruh.
I
The
tried watching
longest-
it. I can't stand that guy's voice.
The longest running cable TV show of all time. They keep pushing Danny DeVito to do weird and weirdest shit,
Simple
and he's
texting
just
that
like,
he thought
"Yup."
that Danny DeVito's still alive yesterday was the most absurd text I've ever read in my entire life. Danny DeVito is literally maybe on the we've said best show a lot. It might be the best show on television right now. It's one of the top 5. The fact you don't know that Danny DeVito is on one of the most popular shows in television history and still on is insane when you think Danny Glover is relevant. That text, I want to throw my phone against
I've
the wall.
never seen the show.
Well, you're insane because it's one of the greatest shows of all time.
First of all, you didn't know Danny Glover was alive either. All right.
Number
Who's more
1.
relevant on television and celebrity right now? Danny DeVito by far.
Y'all both arguing over
Rumham.
two people
You
that
gonna
ain't
say
dead.
Rumham to anybody? They don't. Just go
I don't
on
even
the
know what that
streets and
means,
say
bro.
Rumham.
I don't know what that
When
means.
man came out the couch butt naked, bro.
Just go say Rumham.
It's
And they'll know
insane.
exactly what you're talking about.
I would have said Danny DeVito just based off of not knowing it's more relevant, but to me,
And
Danny
Taxi was a
Glover
really fun show,
isn't
too.
not relevant. Like
When was the last time you seen him?
I don't
Danny
know.
Glover's
Exactly.
not
I told you,
Danny
Danny Glover threatened me and my friends one time. So
Okay, so you
You
got
got a lot.
Always with the stories, bro.
true
Number
story.
1. Comedic television show of all time,
Seinfeld,
infinitely quotable, ensemble cast out of this world. The first 3 seasons are on Netflix. It's essential television. Number 1,
not Seinfeld.
Arrested Development.
Oh, okay.
Great show.
It's always money in the
No one
banana
has said
stand.
Seinfeld yet?
No touching.
he had his honorable mentions.
Oh, okay.
That's why you always leave a note.
Curb at.
Yeah,
Honorable mentions.
Oh my god.
that was my honorable mentions too.
I love Larry
Yeah,
David.
but you
He's
know
brilliant.
nothing. He knows
but-
a little bit. So
I know everything.
no, you know nothing.
I know everything.
You've literally never seen Always Sunny. What else did he say you've never seen before?
Arrested Development? You ever
I
seen it?
love the rest of the development.
No, Always Sunny. There was
Classic.
something else that was very high up on the list that you say you've never seen.
No.
Three's Company, Friends, Married with Children, Fresh Prince.
Seen all those.
Oh, Lucy.
Nah,
Okay.
there was something.
Number 5.
Number 5, only the TV ones, not the Netflix ones. Arrested Development, great show.
Classic.
The Netflix ones don't.
They don't. Yep. Ain't it, Chief?
Then it can't be
I had
number
to
one.
force. That was number 5. I had to force myself to watch the last however many episodes. Oh my god.
But yeah,
You haven't even watched it.
I still haven't even watched.
You got
season
number
5.
one.
Seasons 1 through 3 is
Yeah.
essential television.
just the ones on TV.
I've seen through seasons 1 through 3 of Arrested Development at least 13 times, and I still find new things to laugh at. That show is so
You
layered.
lied
Tobias
for- you
Funke.
lied for a
I'm
show
afraid
you
I just
never
blew
finished.
myself, bruh.
And
Okay,
sneakers
go ahead.
that you don't
Number
own.
4.
Number 4, Atlanta. My favorite episodes were the interview
4 pairs.
on Montague. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, you talking to?
Oh no!
On Atlanta.
Matter of fact, the second funniest episode is the dog episode where he goes and
where he
shoots
trains.
at the dog. And you talking
Not
about
the
that
second one.
haircut?
No.
No, the interview. Come on, and then the one at the house
Don't
with
make me punch that
Benny
wall.
and I like that. Atlanta. Number 3 is Seinfeld. Number 2, The Office, and number 1, Friends. The Office. So I wasn't sure if I wanted number 1 or number 2, but when Michael Scott left, it just wasn't as good. So I had to pick Friends because 10 solid seasons.
Absolutely.
This is why. And that the dog episode of Atlanta, that scene's one of the greatest scenes. That episode wasn't.
Oh no, that episode's fire.
No, that's
That was a
they're
good
all
episode.
fire. No, that was like a super smart writing for that scene. That was super smart. But that episode of the barbershop was an entire episode. It was an adventure.
You-
Like, it was an adventure.
Yeah, that's fine. You're just giving it credit because it lasted the whole time.
It was funny. Go.
Number 5, Silicon Valley.
Okay.
I mean, when you go through the cast of the guys who are on that show, T.J. Miller, Martin Starr, you're just talking about comedic geniuses.
And Mike Judge, just brilliant writer.
Number 4, Parks and Rec. Again, like I said, 3 of the greatest TV characters in history. The manager. I wasn't even counting him. What's the manager's name again?
Oh, Ron Swanson.
April Ludgate, right? Is that her
April
name?
Ludgate.
And Tom Haverford. Are
Okay.
you kidding me?
I was thinking Leslie No.
Are
That's
you
okay.
kidding?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Tom Haverford, maybe the greatest. All right, that's going too far. One of the greatest TV characters of all time. The other 2,
I love Parks and Rec, but that is very high.
I like, what's the name?
4 is
Rob
not
Lomans, too. I can't remember his name now.
yeah, but he's
Oh,
not
Chris-
as
Chris
good.
Traeger.
He's not as good as the other ones.
He's funny, though.
Number 3, how you didn't have it on your list, I guess, because you haven't seen it. But Always Sunny is legendary.
I've never seen it. How many seasons?
like 16?
Oh yeah, I'm not watching that then.
I didn't even know that. I thought it was.
Bro,
I
you
thought it
can
was like
drop
9
it.
or
You
10.
can drop it anywhere, and it's not one of those where you got to watch from the very beginning because you start with season 2.
Any
that's
of
when
my
Danny
top
DeVito
3
comes
could
in.
be number 1 overall. Always Sunny certainly could be number 2. Atlanta, by far.
It's way too high.
No, it's not. It's some of the greatest writing in television history. And number 1, the literal greatest comedic writer in history, Larry David. Curb Your Enthusiasm, by far is the number 1 show of all time.
I couldn't tell you yes or
exactly.
no.
You don't
That's
watch
I watched it, but I haven't finished it. Like I haven't.
And the show that I got upset that I didn't mention that should be, it probably would be like a number 10-ish honorable mention, Crashing. And if you haven't watched that, it's just like
I have not watched Crashing.
you need to
yet.
watch. It's Pete Holmes' show.
Okay.
And it is unreal funny. It just got canceled after like 3 seasons, so that's why it can't be in the top 10 because it's canceled after 3 seasons.
Gotcha.
Not because the show wasn't good, because it wasn't getting viewership. So
Right.
HBO.
That's the same thing happened to Arrested Development.
Crashing, fire.
You
Honorable
mentioned
mention.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I would add Gilmore Girls to that list.
Is that a comedy?
Shout
drama?
out to my mom.
That's a teen drama.
It's a comedy-ish. Listen,
Girls?
Gilmore Girls is great.
I have by proxy seen watched through Gilmore Girls so many times because my mom always has it. She's cleaning the house, Gilmore Girls. She's sleeping, Gilmore Girls. Like whenever she's doing anything, Gilmore Girls is on.
Is it funny?
It is funny.
It can be.
Can be. That's bad.
It's more better.
I also had Rick and Morty as
Oh,
an honorable mention.
I've seen it a couple times. Oh,
it's good.
I
It's
find
good.
cartoons funny.
There should be like a special category or something for
should be funny
For
cartoons.
animated?
for animated because Futurama deserves to be
Futurama, another one.
a lot of
Futurama
that
has
stuff.
had one of the funniest scenes that I've ever seen in television history when they're talking about like there's like a plank or some thing and it's rickety and they're scared to walk across it and what's the robot's name?
So,
RoboCop.
yeah, RoboCop.
R2D2.
Bender.
Bender pulls
think
out
of any more
a
robots.
unicycle and rides across this thing that they were scared to walk across. Just genius comedic writing.
Absolutely.
Sound amusing.
I had Frasier was also in the mix.
Frasier's a
great show.
Sounds amusing. Oh, Frasier. Man, yo, get out of here. I swear. Get out.
Frasier is a great show.
I've never seen it, but I feel like wouldn't
Frasier's
Seinfeld be
great.
better?
You criticizing Futurama for being amusing, and then
that was that one scene you
Frasier.
described. I said
You like
amusing.
Frasier. What are you talking about?
Frasier is great. Frasier's terrific.
Great, great show.
I also had 30 Rock honorable mention. I love that show to death.
30 Rock.
Couldn't get it in my
So
top 10. And Rancho Cucamonga show, Workaholics.
Oh yeah, that is an
Who's in it?
That show is insane. Adam Devine of Pitch Perfect.
Okay.
Blake Anderson, who is just funny and he does stuff. And
He does stuff.
Anders is the other one who's just funny and does stuff. But that show, bro, the scene where they get locked inside of the office and they all get super stoned.
What is it
And
on?
Adam Devine, it was on Comedy Central. And Adam Devine starts singing the song. He's like, Catherine Zeta-Jones. She dips.
Speaking of which,
the lasers. So funny.
I've never seen it, but it's like a cult classic in terms of stuff I've seen on social media. BoJack Horseman.
BoJack.
I've
Listen.
never.
What is that?
BoJack
I always think I'm
Horseman-
gonna watch it and then I never do.
BoJack
Jackson.
Horseman is one of those shows that's
Archer is
you're
another one.
Laughing, you're laughing hysterically, and you're absolutely
I watched,
devastated
Big
in
Mouth.
the next 5 minutes.
Here's
That
Big
show
Mouth.
is so tough to get through, and that show tackles a lot. That has some of the best writing in television right now.
What's it called? Bo Jackson
BoJack-
Theory.
BoJack
Horseman.
Horseman.
Right.
It's on
It's-
Netflix.
Bro,
It
I
is-
swear to God,
it's-
no. If you
it is funny, but it hits you.
BoJack Horseman, Archer,
Archer's great.
what's the one on Adult Swim that started the whole thing with the like milkshake and the fries and all that
Future.
shit?
Aqua Teen Hunger
There we go.
Force.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Great show.
You gotta watch these.
That's a lot of cartoons.
No,
to
I
watch,
watched it when
though.
I was in
It
college.
is.
I haven't watched it in like 15
Well, the
years.
episodes
or
are only like
whatever,
15
so.
minutes long, so it's like you watch it, you laugh, and you gotta move on.
Adventure Time is
Bruh,
funny.
that's
Adventure Time
something
is
like-
funny.
That's like people all around you smoking weed and you put that show on. Hilarious. There's a talking French fries and milkshake and
Meatwad.
meatball. Yeah.
So it's not funny. You're just
Hot
you're
dog.
one of
Oh
the
no!
entities.
Oh no! It was funny. It was funny 15 years ago or whenever it was on.
Oh,
God.
South Park's another one I didn't.
Yeah, I said there
South
should be
Park's
a
Mike Judge,
specific.
genius.
There should be a specific thing for, except the Simpsons. The Simpsons is a class of its own, but Family Guy and South Park should be, and Futurama,
Pokemon.
American Dad.
Pokemon.
What is
I
it?
love
American
Pokemon.
Dad.
That one part in Pokemon that always makes me laugh is Ash is going somewhere. He's going to some gym, and he doesn't want the gym leader to know he is. What's your
Pokemon.
name?
Pokemon.
And Ash is looking around, and he sees this to me, and he goes,
What are you?
My name is Tom Ado.
Ash is crazy.
So-
Are y'all talking about the Pokemon? The like.
Yeah.
The old one.
Pikachu, Bulbasaur, all of them, fam.
When he accidentally gets like that Raticate on that cruise ship.
Yes, the Eradicator of the cruise ship. Mm-hmm. Bro, when Butterfree
What
leaves.
in the world?
Oh, Butterfree.
You want to talk
And they
about
put a
emotional
scarf.
moments?
They put a scarf on him.
And Butterfree's like,
What is happening?
Is this a
man?
cartoon? It's a cartoon,
bro,
right?
Butterfree's crying.
Pokemon.
I'm crying. Ash is crying. He's like, bye, Butterfree. I'm like, Butterfree.
What is
What is a
happening right
Butterfree?
now?
Butterfree's a Pokemon. He's a butterfly.
Why they put a scarf on? Where's
Because
he
he's
going?
a boy. Because there's a boy and then a girl
And a girl.
Butterfree. So the one with the scarf is a boy one.
Yeah, and he left Ash. Ash caught him when he was a Caterpie, but then he evolved into Butterfree, got super strong.
Oh, yeah, he had a
but
Caterpie.
then he left to go smash with a girl Butterfree, but they was crying because like
Bruh.
friends.
Well, we appreciate Rico coming. We appreciate Rico coming on his very last episode of
You
this
do
podcast.
that's the sneak this and you do the gunshots.
Yes, you close us out, Rico. Let's do this.
That's the sneak diss.
Pow, pow, pow.
That's it.